Sup, nerds? Welcome to the Omni4Game podcast. I am Sean. I'm joined with Chris and Brandon as always, and this is episode 37.
Alright, sup guys? This week on Omni4Game, we have our local cap as always. Omni4Game was running it. Top 16 list for this format. First ones we get to look at. The weekly reveals as always, and the comment questions as always. So if you guys like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Locals recap.
Yeah, Chris, why don't you lead us off?
Chris has to go first.
All three of you boys got in the top
First, second,
four.
third.
Yeah, literally.
Chris was third? Okay, that makes
First,
sense.
second, third. Yeah, so
Omni4Game rocked up, Omni4Game beat all.
That's right.
So yeah, somehow Brand snuck his way into second place. Played a bunch of
Yeah, it's almost
scrub.
like because I didn't draw. Oh, crazy.
So I went X1-1. My only loss was to Sean. Round one, I played against Yellow Vaccine. I think she just had. I was playing Numi. I know. God forbid, put me on the stake. Jesus. Okay. Black finally can top a little bit, and everyone hates it. Whatever.
Black.
The broken cards are like mostly yellow. The only
yeah,
black
the-
broken card
Bro.
Monzi X, the best card in the deck, is pure yellow.
Dude, last format it was what, Mirage and Numa, and now it's just
Somehow
Numa and
Davis
blah
were in
blah
there.
blah. Yeah, I don't know. The community's gonna pick one deck and they're gonna crucify it. Whatever. Just play the outs to it. Okay, it's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Just play outs to it. Not every deck. What deck doesn't have the card that lets you prevent stuff from being played out?
What color you mean?
Yeah, like what color doesn't have that card?
Multiple colors. Blue doesn't have it.
Blue doesn't need it.
Blue
Blue doesn't need it.
Okay. I don't think black has one either.
Yeah, you
Is
can't
black-
play by effects because I know greens is Pomu, right?
Green and yellow and red are the only colors I think that have one.
Yellow has pillow.
Green, yellow, and red, I think, are the only colors that have
okay.
one.
Okay, those are the only colors that need it.
No, black has the can't reduce play cost one. That's
Yeah, so that leaves purple and black.
Purple doesn't have one?
Mm-mm. They just have memory blocker, play cost reduction, and I think that's it.
Evo
Okay,
reduction.
well.
I think everybody has Evo reduction now, right?
I don't think so. I don't think
They'll
purple
figure
has.
it
I don't think purple has an Evo reduction.
Anyways, they'll figure it out. Okay, y'all figure it out. So round one, I played against Yellow Vaccine. I didn't see any Magna X's. I think she definitely had Rapid X's. Yeah, she had Rapid X's.
I think she just had Rapid Exit. I think I asked her and she said no.
Yeah. So I think she was just having some really poor hands. Because there was one. I think it was game 2. My hand was actually like really bad, but I ended up just playing through it. Round 2, I played against Brandon. Rolled him pretty hard. He wasn't seeing Zudo or Vikemon enough to deal with my boards.
Or Gastomon, honestly.
Round
Like, 3 cards I
3.
play.
Yeah, well, it was also the combination of Brandon, for some odd reason, he said with the cards he had in his hand, I went into EX5 Edomon, targeted his Digimon, gave it the -3000, and it must attack. And he knew that. He knew it had to attack, and he knew that I was going to play the Valk Ace because it's obvious.
I needed the extra memory and the card drawn from the
Oh,
mat.
you promoted your Gabumon to trigger your Alliance.
He didn't have to, because guess what it did, Sean? Put him a whole turn behind, and I'm pretty sure I just killed him after that.
In hand. Yeah, it was all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair then, Brandon.
Yeah,
Sure.
Like, I just wanted the extra draws and the memory. Not to mention, like, what really screwed me, because we played an imaginary game 3, and I actually took it off of him because I saw the Gesomons, I saw the Sora Joes, I saw the Zudomons, and I think it was a pretty competitive match. But,
My hand was unplayable, you're right.
You mean game?
It wasn't competitive during the tournament, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
it may
anyways-
be like that.
It really
Yeah.
be like that.
So yeah, I really enjoyed the Edomon edition. The Valkyrie Mon is also really
It
nice.
legitimately lost me game 1 because game and it was the first time he did it to me, and I just had the Zudo out, and he was like,
Yeah.
"All right, it's dead," and I was like, "Ah."
It also doesn't help that I was playing the Chumons. There were a lot of players, not a lot of players. There was like I think 2 of my games where like my opponent's playing like memory boost, so they have to answer the Chumon first before they can do anything. So that was an issue sometimes. Round 3, I played against Ben's Bunnies. Game 1 took I think a very long time. I think he eventually ended up getting it. Game 2, I think I rolled him really quick. Like I was just like did Numi stuff, just killed him real fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then game 3, we were basically going into time, so we ended up tying there. And then round 4, me and Sean played against each other. My only real loss of the night. I think we had a really good back and forth game. Game 1 took, I think, the longest, from what I remember. Game 2 was over, I think, real quick. And then he ended up getting me game 3. I was missing like a level 5. I had a Digimon on board, and I had the Proto form, but I just didn't have the level 5. I didn't have the Mod ZX. Even if I would have gone into it, I don't know if I would have had like a real follow-up play to like come back off of it and answer the Magna X you had on board. But I would have been able to play a little bit more.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
We had more choices, more options.
Yeah, Numamon felt very good. I just don't think people are playing thinking. I don't know if they still think it's like a joke deck or they're just not they're expecting it. They have to be. I just don't know. Like
competitively in a large online tournament.
Mm-hmm.
It never feels like it never felt unfair. You know what I mean? Like people say, "Oh, but the Ukomons, they're so good." Blah blah. It's a rush deck,
Uko is
brother.
not a problem in that deck.
We've always had.
Did you just say
What?
your Numamon deck never felt unfair to you?
Never felt unfair.
Like he didn't just actually wombo combo me with the Edda combo. Yeah.
I personally, when I play with that deck, I feel
felt
like
unfair?
it's doing unfair stuff. Yes.
You think so?
Yes. What?
I don't know.
All of
It
your
never
stuff
fits.
floats into more stuff that floats into more stuff.
More
You
stuff,
have
yeah.
And
DP
you
reduction
fast
that persists
burn when you
until
do it.
the end of your opponent's turn.
Hold on, but it's never stuff that can't be like countered or answered.
There's an
Okay.
answer for
Dude,
everything, man.
Crimson Blaze absolutely dogs on it.
Oh, cool. Name a red deck that's even remotely
We're playing
competitive
red.
right now.
Red Hybrid.
Not if you look at the deck list. Red Hybrid just loses to
Red
Magna
Hybrid's
X.
probably going to drop off until we get
Yeah.
the next.
And I bet you right now, if the Magda players start teching in Shine Greymons for Numamon, the Numamon matchups will lose. I mean, right?
Shine Greymon in
No.
Yellow Vaccine?
Yeah. Why not?
Why?
What do you smoke?
I would rather
To
just hard
counter the
play a
Numamon.
Valk Ace or something. I'm not going to take up a level 6 slot for
I'm
That-
just saying.
that.
I'm just
What?
trying to give y'all options. I'm just trying to give y'all options.
Your
Trying
options are bad.
to point us in the wrong direction, dude. You know how I play
I'm just
7
saying.
Tamers in my deck, and they're probably already suspended because I have to do that in order to manipulate my memory.
Yeah.
What you smoking?
Hey, I'm just saying. Rune mode would put 5k on their board and just be like, "Hey, deal with it." You
I'd
do
rather
it 2
just
turns in a row. What do they do?
I'd rather just pay 7 memory and hard play a Valk.
Okay, but that's 1 turn. Are you gonna do it? You're gonna do it again the following turn?
So what's cool about
mean, you
Valk and
could.
Vaccine is you can trigger the 8,000 effect like during your turn.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the wide board answer.
Yeah, just play another one. Whatever.
Just play another
DeathX
one. Yeah.
exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, DeathX is a card too. I'm just saying, it never feels like it never felt like there weren't answers to it. Rapidmon X was a good card against it. Like I have to answer Rapidmon X before I can do anything. I can't swing with any of my bodies.
I'm not saying the deck doesn't have counters or countermeasures, I guess, because there's not an actual like counter deck unless you consider Mirage a counter deck.
Devas somehow.
Davis.
Kinda, yeah, I guess, because if they get a Fang on board,
only reason
your
it's
whole board's
stopping.
getting nuked every turn. But the deck is inherently unfair. and that's why it's good.
The problem,
Any deck that is good now because of how the card game is going to do an unfair number, like a number of unfair things.
Okay,
it's
but was
I
like
said,
was Rookie Rush unfair?
Yeah, it was.
No, it
Yeah.
was
In the context of the time, yes, it
point we were in
was.
the game. Anyway, it's like I said back when we were talking about Luga. All right, the good decks, right, do one unfair thing very well.
Hmm.
The tier 0 decks do multiple unfair things extremely well. So every deck has at least, usually, if it's a good deck, has one unfair thing it's very good at.
Y'all
But
just
the
hating
tier
on my
0
boy.
deck,
I'm not
the tier
hating
0
on it. I
decks
think
are
you're
the best
underselling it. I think the deck is
you
unfair.
really are.
Every
Like,
time
you're
I
talking
playtest
multiple
with it,
unfair things.
I feel I'm just like, this is so
Feel like
dumb. Yeah. I'm like, this is so stupid. I'm just like,
really makes you feel like crap.
yeah, makes me feel like a big bag of poop.
Okay, but what part of it makes you feel like it's being unfair?
It's the
I
floating,
just said, I listed
probably.
the stuff, dude.
It's just like the floating in the DP?
Its bodies float into bodies that float into more bodies, and then you can recycle that to continuously float into more bodies. You have a dude that plays out more bodies for free, minus his DP on your opponent's turn. You have another tech card that you play now that minus his DP and also forces your opponent to attack, which plays directly into a level 6
That's
ace that goes on
fair.
top of him.
All
Like-
fair.
I think the problem is, right, I see this a
Oh
lot
no!
in the Facebook
I
group.
just
Hold on.
realized what's gonna happen. Hold on. I just realized what's gonna happen. Everyone hates Numamon right now, and I'm defending it. And Brandon's hating on it, so it's gonna swap. The comment section's gonna hate
They're gonna
me
start
now,
liking
and they're
you,
gonna like
yeah.
Brandon.
To be
Somehow.
clear, I'm not hating on it. I just think you
Yeah, I
are
don't-
No,
under.
yeah.
I just think you're, like Sean said, you're underselling it.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out how good the deck is. I just
Fair
think it's a good
and balanced.
deck.
The problem I'm seeing in the Facebook group, especially, is a lot of people are pointing to Uko. Like Uko is the problem.
No,
Uko is
It's
not
not.
the problem.
Uko is not the
You can't
problem.
look at a card. You can't look at a card that generically helps every single deck, and then go, it's too good for that one deck.
If
Yeah.
Uko didn't cost 1 to Digivolve, I'd be like, maybe. But you're still paying 1 to Digivolve for it. It's fair. It's fine.
The two
It's a
unfair
one-
cards in that deck are Nume
Platinum
X
or
and Monzi
Numa
X.
X and Monzi X. Yeah.
Like the Numa is, as you guys were saying, the X antibody, allowing that float. It also has the potential to pass turn on your opponent, like, because you just be like, haha, play this dude, ditch a card, gain 2 memory.
Mhm.
Like, that's another unfair interaction.
Yeah, 2 of your float targets pull 2 memory
Full
in your
turn.
favor.
Fair.
Like, imagine you Edamon, right? You force them to attack,
Love that
and you
card.
go, all right, I'm actually going to let this go through and block so my dude dies, so I can play a dude out, pull memory over, now it's my turn.
Hold on. What
Instead
are you
of, like,
talking
blocking
about?
You block with the Nume X. The Nume
Yeah.
X dies, and you play Platinum out,
Yeah.
and you gain 2 memory.
Listen,
And then pull turn.
Brandon,
Instead
these
of,
are
like,
all
blocking
very specific. These are very
These are
scenarios
things
that
you
would never
literally
happen.
did to me.
These are all very.
You didn't pull turn, but you forced me to start my turn with like 0 memory.
These are all very rare scenarios that could only happen once in a while.
That must
Oh,
be
okay.
why you don't think the deck is
Yes.
unfair, is because you don't get to do the unfair stuff that often.
Maybe.
No,
maybe
I
when we're
definitely
looking at the
did.
deck,
I
maybe we should start
definitely
looking
did.
at Chris.
Oh no, I was feeling like a god.
If you play
By
against
the
someone
god
who
of
doesn't know
poop.
how to play versus that deck too, you just roll them. It's free.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
free.
Yeah.
All
Anyway,
right, Brandon, go ahead.
Chris has taken enough
Deck-
of our time.
Yeah.
Deck is
Alright.
very fair and balanced.
Brandon,
Dang, I'm done with my TED talk. You guys go ahead.
So I did get second. I went
Somehow.
I went X1. I only dropped 1 match to Chris.
Mhm.
I went undefeated otherwise. Crazy, right? I didn't drop a
Wild.
single game other than ones to Chris. So to start my
Oddie.
round, feels bad. So to start my night, I played against Caleb. Now Caleb wanted to play D Brigade. Now
He
D
got
Brigade
fourth.
got scary.
Did he?
Huh. Yeah, he got
Yeah.
fourth.
Hmm.
Yeah, with how the tiebreakers went up, he ended up getting fourth.
Good for him.
So yeah, nice.
That's what I said. I said, "Hey, good for you, Caleb." He
Good
said,
job, Caleb.
For what?" I said, "For getting fourth." He said, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah. Yeah, D Brigade can be scary. The problem is I'm playing BT16 Gabubon. I have access to Zudo, Vike, Sora Joe, DeathX, and he cannot deal with any of that.
Yes.
I kept my starting hand round 1 because it was Gabumon, Matt, and DeathX. And I said, that's all I need. Game's over.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I end up 2-0ing him just because like you can't do anything to the source strip, and then like you have these bodies on the board just giving me free memory every turn because of Sora Joe. It was Jover. There was nothing he could do. And I knew he doesn't play like super hard removal, because he was also playing the Oryu, the like Oryumon engine in it as well. It was like D Brigade Oryu.
Yeah.
So his only realistic removal was his level 6, that required having a tamer in his sources. So I would just strip the tamer with my Zudos. So I was like, okay, cool. So he couldn't ever really deal with my DeathX, so my DeathX was just constantly clearing his board.
Oh, that's really bad. If he doesn't remove his stuff before he ends turn, you just strip it with Zudo.
Exactly. And then we already talked about Chris, the matchup, 0-2.
Yeah, brutally smoked you. We got it.
Yeah. Round 3. Oh, that was weird. Sean froze on my end. Anyway, round 3, I played against the same vaccine player. Yeah, probably. I played against the same vaccine player Chris played against. I got that one 2-0. Game 1, I just like really rushed down, really low to the ground, didn't do anything big, no big like bond plays or anything like that. I just got in there. Game 2, oh my god, we ended up going to turns because it was like Angemon, Magnamon, just constantly recovering and just like always staying at like 4 like security, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna deal with this one way or the other. So eventually it gets to the point where I got her down to like 2 security, and she had both a Magna and an Angemon on the board. And I was like, all right, well, before I deal...
Magna Angemon.
Yeah. Ace. I think they understood, Chris. It's not Magna X.
Well, you were saying
no,
Magnamon.
If you say Magna, Brandon, people are going to assume their new Lord and Savior, Magna.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of heresy in the comments saying Magna's not all that. Magna X isn't all that.
People at their locals don't have any. That's why they don't think it's good.
Well, that's because Numod's bending them over backwards.
Yeah, so I end up going into my bond, ripping all of my security, and then bot decking both aces. So, you swing, bot deck the gain the memory, swing, bot deck the Magna Angemon.
Thank you for walking us through that, Brandon.
And then double hybrid for game. So that was nice. And then Ben
mansplained
the finals.
How you attacked and bot decked both of his aces.
You're welcome. People out there, they don't know.
I think they do, and that's what I'm implying.
A step-by-step guide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then Ben, he was my final opponent, 2-0 as well.
Poor Ben.
Poor Ben. He was having a pretty rough night, and the Vikemon. The Vikemon put in work because I had played it pretty smart, where he had a Rapid X, and I Zudo'd his level 3 and his level 4 out of his stack. So all that was left was the Rapid, the level 5, and the level 2. So he swings to -4 to try to kill it, and I just go, Vikemon, your stack is dead.
Yeah, you gave him PTSD, dude. He doesn't like ace cards anymore.
He looked at me and goes, man, why is everybody acing me today? So, and then game 2, the Vikemon also came in clutch because of his you can't suspend effect. So he couldn't alliance anything. He couldn't swing with his little dudes. He also miscounted his quartz because of Melga's stun effect.
Oh yeah, so
Because
everything couldn't
Melga-
suspend.
Yeah, so he couldn't suspend 3 of his cards. So when he went into the quartz, he ended up passing turn,
Oops.
which again feels bad. Which is why I would always suggest if somebody stuns your card, just put it upside down. It just helps me remember. It's just a visual thing to, or just like put a dice or something on
Yeah,
it.
I have a bunch of dice and I just put markers on stuff whenever things are affecting them.
Yeah, so you guys will probably see footage of that one eventually.
I think upside down cards look stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a visual thing for me. Just something visual.
Yeah, I think
Like
your
dice or
visuals look
just-
stupid.
Anyway, Sean, you can get on to talking about how you did, I guess.
So I played Magnamon X Vaccine again. Sorry
Uh-huh.
to my locals.
Our
Magnamon X Vaccine deck.
together we form one tier S or tier 0 deck.
With your powers combined.
It's not tier 0. Numemon is tier 0.
Neither are tier 0.
Yeah, it's not
They're both tier
technically
1.
Tier 0.
You
can't have 2
We're going off-
different tier 0s.
We're
yeah,
going
there's no
off
such thing
hey.
as 2 tier 0 decks.
If we're going off regional placements, Blue Flare is better than Magnamon. Just saying.
Just saying.
First and
No.
second were Numemon. It was Blue Flare. Just saying. Okay, Blue Flare, tier 0? Question
Yeah,
mark?
Sean, where's your representation?
There's representation if you looked at the top 16 breakdown. I think there were 2 or 3 Magna X vaccines, and there was like 1 or 2 Magna armors.
Yeah. It was there.
Anyways, so I played that BS deck. I wanted to get some more testing in before the regional on Saturday, so because I still wasn't super happy with my list until like I think Thursday, and then I just wanted to test it. I played Hunters round 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I stuck a Magna X in the game's Jover.
Easy
yeah.
clap.
2-0.
Hey, can I tuck that under your tamer?
No.
No. And in fact, you can't tuck anything under him either. So if he's next to something else, that thing is also safe. Then I played against Ben's Bunnies round 2. Game... I forget. I don't even remember the match very well because of the like 10 hours of Digimon that I played Saturday, which is
it was
yesterday.
2 days ago, and you played a whole regional.
Dude,
in between.
literally, like my brain was mush at the end of yesterday. I don't remember how the games went, but we ended up splitting game 1 and game 2, and then we had like 3 minutes left for game 3, and there was like no hope. We shuffled our stuff up and like tried to do stuff, but we weren't killing each other.
Yeah.
Round 3, I played against Numemon, not Chris, another player.
Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas.
Yeah, shout out to the Mobile players for coming down.
Yes, shout out. Please come down more, please. I kind of rolled him.
Should go up there sometimes.
I'm down. I think the locals is on Saturdays. Like we could, like it wouldn't
I was
interfere
gonna
with
say, I
ours.
think they do it on Saturday, so we can. What time though? We'd have to find out.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to them and figure out what their
Yeah.
scene's like.
Yeah.
I mean, if
but
you
I'm-
guys are in the comments, I know you guys sometimes listen. So.
Yeah, I'm down to make the trek. I just don't want to make the drive by myself.
Fair. Carpool.
After learning what you do to your tires, I'm not sure we should allow you to drive.
We're not driving. Yeah.
You can look at my tires before you get in the car. It's not like it's a
You
hidden
said
feature.
you wait till they
Before
get
the pod-
the wire.
Before the pod, Sean admitted to us, boldface said, "Yeah, I just let my tires get all the way down to the metal wire."
I didn't say I do it consistently. I said on a specific vehicle I used to have,
He said they were bald.
they looked like slicks for about a month or two, and then that wore through, and then you could see like the steel like threads underneath them.
He said his tires were balder than Brandon's forehead.
But legit, those are like the best tires I've ever had because they held up through all of that. Like
Oh my God.
they didn't like go flat or anything. I replaced them. I just ended up replacing them, and I got the exact same kind of tires because I was like, dude, these tires are the truth.
Yeah, give me these.
Yeah,
again.
give me another set of these, please. It's worth like the $800 or whatever it was.
Okay.
But anyways, back to my round 3 opponent, Lucas.
Lucas.
I kind of rolled him 2-0. I don't think he had super optimal hands, and I know after testing against that deck, if you can choke them to 1, you always choke them to 1. Like, you never give them any more memory than you absolutely have to. Always playing your turns out, trying to give them as few memory as possible. That goes for basically any deck, but that deck is the most dangerous. If you give them 3, if they start their turn with 3 memory, and they can like Monzi X you, you're probably gonna lose.
I think that's probably why Dan was playing. I know a lot of people, not Dan just specifically, but some Numemon players are starting to put in Matt.
A memory setter,
the memory setter. And I also don't know if Lucas was playing like a super updated list. Like, he was still playing like the Agu X's. I don't remember. Did he play Valk and like Edamon?
I'm not sure, but I mean, that's like the Agu X's and stuff is like player preference to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've honestly still not sold on the new Ukomons.
I loved it.
I really liked having more than 4 black rookies to Evo on, because sometimes you want to Evo in raising, and then next turn you can just promote and just pop off on your opponent. But
I agree. Like, the Agu X is really nice because it does search all your best cards, but the new Ukomon searches every card.
It does,
like,
but you can't.
It's like you said, it's like preference.
You can't Evo on top of it. That's my biggest issue. Like,
yeah,
if I can clear a Numemon player's board but leave their Ukomons, I will do that every time. I don't care. Your Ukomons aren't going to kill me. It's your other stuff.
Yeah,
your Ukomons are just kind of annoying, but I can deal with them. But I ended up winning 2-0. The match was over very quickly, and then round 4 I played against Chris's Numemon. Game 1 took quite a while. I ended up losing because I gave him too much memory on one turn and lost because of it. I foolishly thought that if I cleared his board to where he was only promoting an Ukomon for turn and going to 6 because of the Uko and the Sasuke that was on his field, and I had a Magna X on the field, I would be okay. I'm a moron. That's not okay. He touched me real hard. He double Monzi X'd me to pass turn and cleared my Magna X, and then I just lost from there. But I won game 2, and then we went into turns game 3, and I won on my final time in turns. I ended up going X01 and coming in first place for the second week in a row. Shout out to Magna X.
He's a real one.
But this week I will be going back to the basement. Assuming my Valks come in the mail, I will be playing Lord Nightmon.
Nice.
I'm telling you,
Bond.
Sean, I'm telling you, just start ordering just from Florida. The same day you ordered your Valkyrie Mons, maybe even a day after, I ordered those Angela Mons, and they got here Tuesday, even with Memorial Day.
So, obviously ordering it based on location does impact it, but it's also the seller, because the seller can mark your stuff as shipped and not actually ship it for like a week and a half. Like, the only thing that marks it as shipped is them clicking a button, so like it's not necessarily.
I try and find obviously someone with like a good sales rate or stores, and from Florida, even if I have to pay like a couple extra dollars more than what market price is. Usually I try not to go over like $2 or $3, but like I'm like, it's worth it if it means it's gonna get here quicker and sooner.
I agree. If I'm on a crunch, I'll do that. Otherwise, as long as they're in the continental US, I'll order from them. There's one seller
I'm not ordering outside of
There's one seller that's in Hawaii that I just won't buy from because it takes like 2 weeks to get here, like at best. But I ordered the Valks like I think a week ago at this point, so like if they don't come in by Friday, I would be kind of shocked, but it is possible.
Right. I mean, if worse comes to worse, you could potentially borrow ours. I mean, Chris, what are you playing this week? You bringing Sylph?
Yeah, I would just need 2, but ideally they just come in the mail.
I want to play Sylph, but the list is so. I'm just not happy with any list.
Sylphimon.
I'm not happy with any list. It's like Why play Sylphimon when I can just play better Sylphimon and play like Imperial Dramon?
Oh, you want to play a DNA deck? Here's one that's being constantly supported.
Yeah.
Since
Imperial
BT2.
Dramon doesn't have an answer to Magna X though. Sylphimon
No,
does.
but hopefully I just kill you fast enough. Anyway, if that
I don't
doesn't
know,
work, I
Sean.
just
Sean, let's let the comment section know. What was the average turn number of you establishing a Magna X?
Turn 2 to turn 3.
yeah. If you
Two
do
being
average,
the
it's
most
3.
common.
Yeah. 2
The
being the
amount
most
of times I
common.
looked over, and I saw him just go, "All right, here's Magna," and I was like, "Yeah, that's fair."
Yeah, at locals Friday night, I would push out on my second turn of the game, and Evo into a Magna X before passing.
Brandon's not allowed to say anything. He still
'cause I've
hasn't
been
played
lucky.
you. He still
I've
has
dodged
not
it.
played it at
Dude,
all. He hasn't done it on the sim. He hasn't done it on Drazel. He hasn't done it in real life.
He has no
He just
idea.
keeps dodging it, so he does not understand the struggle. Because guess
You're
what,
right.
Brandon? Not a single one of your decks answers Magna X.
You're right. I'm trying to avoid it.
He is in charge
can't.
of the pairings. I wonder if every time he gets pair versus me,
Yes,
he's just like,
repair.
repair. I don't want to deal with this. I want to
Alright.
come in second.
We doing the top 16?
Yes.
The not the most recent ones. The other one.
I mean,
This is the first one we were looking at for this format, though. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Dog.
Sean, do you watch South Park?
Not actively, but I mean, I used to back when I was a small lad.
No. So you haven't seen like the Game of Thrones episodes?
Nah, dude, I haven't watched.
Chris, you still got wieners on your
Damn.
mind. Is that what's going on?
I
here?
do. Yeah.
Yo, pause.
Wiener, 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 wiener.
Or
They have George R.R. Martin come on and he just starts singing wiener, wiener, wiener.
You know, I'm really thankful that you told me this. I feel like I'm a better person having known this. Thank you.
You need to watch the episode. You need to watch it. It's like a two-parter.
I don't think I do.
It's so good.
I
It's
don't
so
care. I don't care. That sounds lame and dumb. So we have the only current top 16 list for the BT16. What?
Brisbane.
It's Australia, dude. I think.
Oi.
I don't know, dude. Geography.
We're dumb Americans. We don't know geography. I
That's
don't know
right,
where
dude.
that's at.
It's not in America. I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
So this is TAC Games Brisbane Regionals. Unfortunately, the top 16 lists from yesterday's regional that I participated in are not out yet, but hopefully they will be for next week. There were only 77 players in this tournament, so let's just keep that in mind.
That's wild.
6 rounds of Swiss.
Is it just because it was hosted by TAC? I know a lot of people don't really like them, right?
It's
a serious question.
No. I mean, it's a legit question. I can't answer that. I just know that if TAC hosted a tournament for us, I wouldn't participate in it straight up because it was TAC. But I can't speak for Australians because maybe it's better over there. I don't know.
read between the lines, guys.
Yeah.
They literally stopped hosting tournaments for us because nobody signed up for them.
Dang.
First or 16th place. Do what?
They were just run bad?
Just super scuffed. Just like lots of delays and always had issues, and like there was something to do with like their judge staff, I think too. It was like just all around just bad taste in the player base's mouth.
Before we get into the actual deck profiles themselves, let's look at top 16 archetypes. Can we give ourselves a big pat on the back for successfully calling every single deck that is in that list?
Hey, top 3 decks: New May, Mirage, and Magna X. Who would have thought? Who said that?
Even the next one's Yellow Vaccine. It's basically probably the same thing.
Hybrid, Tyrant, like they're all decks we've called.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm shocked that there are actually 2 Imperials in the top 16.
I'm more shocked that there wasn't a Tyrant in y'all's regional. Like people just must not have like some of the cards.
That is possible, but also that deck kind of loses to the top decks.
It is a brick. It can be a brick. right, let's go over these.
I wonder if the
Oh.
Magna X is specifically the armor variants, and that's why they have it separated between Magna X and Yellow Vaccine.
I think you might be right. We'll have to verify that whenever we look.
When
But
we
that is surprising because I do think the armor version is the inferior list. Also, Chris, Tyrant kind of blows because if your Nume opponent stacks DP minus effects on your Tyrant, when it unsuspends at the beginning of your turn, it just dies.
Just dies.
But speaking of Tyrant, 16th place, Harrison Foodie. This guy likes to eat food.
Okay.
Oh, you guys haven't seen this yet. This is super. I don't know why they look like this now.
What is going
This view is so scuffed. I don't know why. You have to click View Deck after clicking it, and then it looks like this now. I don't know what happened to this website, but go back to how it was, please. It looked way better.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I gotta move y'all.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Digitama, let me 1 second real quick.
It said Digitama unknown.
Yeah, it said it didn't know what the Digitama were.
You know what? He's not even playing promo Quagamon fair.
Hold on.
It's an expensive card.
It is.
Okay, I'm glad I checked. Hold on. I'm glad I checked because my software was not picking up the screen.
If I had the Tentomons, I would at least bring this to locals. But I don't want to pay $15 for Tentomon. I'm hoping if it just doesn't get any results and just keeps doing poorly, I can pick them up for cheaper.
Well, unfortunately for you, this guy got top 16, so people are going to be coping.
Yeah, this is in Australia. No one's paying attention to what's going on over there.
Yeah.
I don't know. People like to bring up the most obscure random tournament to justify their opinion.
That is right. Yeah, so...
What is that? What is that level 4 that he's playing 2 of right there next to the Mega Kabuterimon and the Kabuterimon?
Exermon?
Is that the Shiva? Is that the Shivamon level 4?
It's the Shivamon level 4.
That's probably what he's playing instead of the Kawagamon, right? What's it do?
It's gotta be.
I'm curious. I don't know how this works. Okay.
Oh.
When Digivolve may suspend one of your Digimon, does suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and then the Inheritables all turns gets 1,000 DP for each of your other suspended Digimon.
Okay, not bad. I could see that being as a replacement for Quagamon. It's not quite as good in my opinion, but if you don't have the Quagamon, I could understand playing this.
Yeah, it's Quagamon at home, but yeah, it's probably doable.
Yeah, I don't like how the Inheritables other Digimon. I feel like it would be a lot better if it was just all suspended Digimon you control or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even going to be counting himself. Then again, if it's an old enough card, I mean...
This guy's not playing any Rhino Kabus, I just noticed, as level 5s.
Yeah.
No, he's playing more Digizorption cards instead.
I guess so he can just Evo into Tyrant and it's already suspended.
Mm-hmm.
Just play Rhinos, dude. I guess that way he's not as reliant on starting his turn at 3 memory, but I mean you're playing 4 Izzies, 2 Mem Boost, and 4 agility trainings. Just play Rhino.
I agree with you, Sean. The Cherrymon doesn't make sense. The Argomon, I can make an argument for. It's at 1 for a reason.
The Inheritable's decent, but they're not insectoids. You cannot search them outside of your options. The guys that you play that search cards will bot deck those.
Yeah, but those ones you're only really wanting to grab the main cards anyways. But you're right. Yeah, you can't search any of your other cards.
Imagine you just don't see level 5 the whole game because you keep bot decking these guys.
It's like one of those awkward things where you're going to be in that situation eventually if you play the deck like this, where all you need is a specific card and you have the searcher in hand, but if you hard play it, you're missing the card.
I have those moments sometimes where I'm like, I know what I need, but this searcher does not search it.
Because he's also playing 4 agility and 2 mem boost, so it's like he's gonna have memory. Do we need the Digizorption on top of that?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what his reasoning is for the agilities over the Mem Boost as far as maxing it out. Because, you're playing 4 Izzies. You're going to see Izzy. And HPD, whatever, but, you don't even need HPD in this deck.
I think it's just to make sure that Tyrant is suspended more often, or I don't know.
The Digisorption, but Rhino does the same thing. Like Rhino would accomplish the
Right,
same.
yeah. You attack and you go into it.
Yeah.
My guess for Tama is he was playing the Motimon, just looking at the way his deck's built. That's just my guess.
Yeah, or he could be playing Nyaromon, because like if you Digizorb into the Cherrymon or Argo, like you're not attacking clearly, so maybe I don't know. It's kind of hard to say based on this build, but congratulations.
Yep.
Then we have Caleb Williams, starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears.
Yep.
Came in
I didn't know he played Digimon.
I didn't know either.
I know that reference.
That guy's full of surprises. Oh, you recognize that Chicago Bears are a professional football team?
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
Man, he's playing all this new stuff. It's just me.
Oh, Jesus, he is playing.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's just me. I just don't like a lot of those cards. I do see people.
Agree with his level 5 lineup.
Okay, but here's the reason why people are playing those is because of the stun. Off of the level 5, I can see why people are playing it. Like if you pull it up, Sean, and you want to read it.
What?
The Pyodramon. I see people playing that a lot. So, if you want to read it off.
With no sources, can't attack.
When Digivolving, trash the top 3 Evo sources of all of your opponent's Digimon. Then if DNA Digivolving 2 of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't attack until the end of your opponent's turn. So it's a double negative.
I guess that's a good good against like Numa.
No, okay, never mind. It's not a double
and
negative.
It's also got an inheritable, which also can go into your stuff a little bit faster. So, I can understand if you want to play this. It probably goes into Numi better, obviously.
Also, comboing that with the fighter mode Ace, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I completely agree with this. I even thought about switching mine out and playing these because in my old
effect.
Yeah, before the BT6. Yeah, before the BT16 Pyodramon, I was playing the old OG one and this one. So like, I can understand playing this one in a more serious tournament setting. Because of the stun and stuff.
I don't like this XVmon because it doesn't give you jamming.
Yeah, but it gives you DP, Sean.
Okay, what if your Pyodramon dies on the double swing that you're doing with him?
Partition.
That's not how partition works.
Tell that to Chris. Remember?
Sean, I agree. I don't like the BT16 Vmon or XVmon because, like you said, I'd rather have jamming. I also think the Stingmon should be swapped. I like that one more because I like the memory gain, and I mean the piercings, whatever, but it's mostly for the memory gain. I also don't like that Vmon. Like maybe he just didn't have access to the promos. Well, that one or the BT16 one, either one of them. They're both BT16, I guess.
This one?
No, the one right next to it.
This?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
This is the promo. This is the new promo one.
Yeah, this is the promo one we got.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. It's promo 117. It's literally just the newest art that we have for it.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was a... Oh, okay, cool. I guess I could play that instead of the movie promo ones.
Yeah.
He's like hiding behind a little... Hiding behind a little tree. That's cute.
DeathX.
Yeah. Okay, good. So I'm glad that one is that one because that's just like the best Vmon.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is whatever.
Yeah, I mean it gives you extra memory when you're like doing your beginning of turn stuff with your Kin and Davis or Davis and Kin or whatever.
Yeah.
He do be holding a soccer ball too, so can't forget about that.
I guess. But
that's an egg, is it not? Is it a soccer ball?
That is a soccer ball, yeah.
Oh, I always thought it was an egg. Oh.
Wow. How
well, congrats.
Way to think with your stomach, I guess.
I don't know, I'm sorry.
14th place, Charles Lee. Magnamon X. I'm assuming this is the armor variant. Let's see. One day this page will load.
Man, you remember when this website was different?
I do, dude. Peppered Farm also remembers.
Bring it back, Eggman.
Also, this website, like, every time I open this page with the deck list, my computer slows down noticeably, so I don't know what they have running on this page.
I just saw a card that Sean is just. I know I'm gonna see this right here. This the shaking.
What, this card?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, the yellow Vax Magna X player that I 2-0'd yesterday, the last check out of his security game 2 was a Shu Yulin. I think it was like I think it was maybe a one of, but I was surprised. I remember being like, "Oh, you're playing that card?" Because I hadn't seen it in game 1 or game 2.
Hear me out though, right? Let him cook. The final Zubagon punch.
Oh no, I completely agree with the final Zubagon punch.
Imagine how funny it would be if you final Zubagon punch like a DeathX.
I actually don't agree with final Zubagon punch because this guy is maxing out his Wanyamons, not this Demi Vmon. And Final Zubagon Punch requires you to be at 13,000 to get all the extra bonus effects before you activate it.
Yeah, right, but he's playing. Couldn't you have Magna X on the board, activate this, and then wouldn't it gain the extra security attack after surviving one check?
Nope.
Because you're super lucky.
Nope. That's
Oh,
not
okay,
how
so it
Zubagon
has to be
works.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have to be 13
First.
when you activate it.
Yeah, you have to be 16,000 DP after gaining the 3,000 DP when you activate this card. In order to
I
get
guess
the
you're
Valkyrie
right then. Why
reboot.
not switch it?
Yeah,
Well,
if I
hear
were
me out.
playing
Let's
this,
switch
I would
your
absolutely
traumas.
be playing 4 of the Demi Vs.
This is what
Yeah.
you do. You Magna X, right?
Oh,
He's on
okay.
the board.
Okay.
This is Brandon's premium.
Oh, okay. I already know where you're going. Yeah, I already know where you're going. He's got Blinding Ray in his hand as well.
Blinding Ray.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
your 2 memory to activate the Zubagon.
I mean, I guess. I
mean, listen, you're playing Magna Armor. You're already hoping to high roll.
Yeah, it just
Or not
seems
high
like
roll,
it
but
seems
you're
like a
already,
waste
like,
of a slot.
aggro.
Like, I don't know. Most of the time, when I was playing against my opponents, if they didn't have if I wasn't having to play around an ace card, I would just swing with my Magna X, and I would just be like, well, he's gonna survive like 90%, 95% of these checks, so I'm just gonna get 2 swings off of him.
The reason I like the final Zubagon is because it is going to allow it to reboot, so you can get the 2 swings off and then also just have him as a blocker the next turn.
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean it's 4 checks
it's 4 checks and you
like,
get to swing
right-
twice
right.
with him, but
right off the rip.
so like if you have enough memory the turn you evo into Magna
Yeah.
X, you can activate that card. Although having said that, that's 5 memory there if you're awakening into the Magna. And then
I mean, you're
activating
playing the
that.
Blue Mem Boost, you're playing the Davis, you have the Shu Yu Lin, the Blinding Rays. Like, there are ways to get extra memory.
I mean, I guess it just seems, I don't know. This
It
seems
high rolly.
it looks kind of
Yeah.
potentially clunky to me just looking at it. But I mean, obviously it worked out for
Oh,
him, but,
yeah,
like, I would be worried about drawing hands where I'm just drawing like all of these option cards. that
All
don't
that
do anything.
all that bottom lane.
Yeah.
It's 2 HJs, 3 of the Mem Boost, 3 of the Awakenings, 2 of the Zubagon, 1 Fire Rocket.
Cut
and
the
2
Fire
Blinding.
Rocket. Cut the Fire Rocket and put something else.
I feel
right?
I'd say
Like-
put another copy of Blinding.
I feel like I would just cut the Zubagons and play 3 Fire Rockets, if anything. Because Fire Rocket's 1 memory, and it always gives you an additional check on your Magna.
Well,
Yeah, I
does it
guess
work on
if you're
Magna?
playing the
Yeah, it works on 2 color cards.
yeah.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah, it's one of your
I thought it was
Digimon with
just
2 or
one.
more colors gains security attack +1 for the turn.
Also, if you're in
No,
the mirror match and your opponent's an idiot, it could potentially kill a Magna X.
Yeah, the security effect do be popping blockers.
All right, next deck.
Yep, congratulations though. Ryan Burt, Yellow Vaccine. Let's take a gander.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be
literally
separated.
looking
They're just gonna
over.
say yellow vaccine for the Magna
I'm
X,
looking
so.
over at us, and there is a noticeable lag on my face every time I open one of these decks. Jesus, dude. Eggman, fix your stuff.
Because instead of just loading the deck, it's loading all of this.
It's loading like
Loading their
every
whole
card in
website.
existence on
Yeah.
this page, and then I'm having to click an additional button that says View Deck. But I think the data for all the cards in existence are still on the page, and that's what's lagging so much.
Yeah. They weren't playing your super spicy tech megalos, Sean.
They weren't because they've never encountered the mirror.
That's why you see 2 Rapid X.
No. They are playing the Magnadramon combined with Angelmon Ace. That is a 2-card combo that you can use to out. But like,
Oh my god, the one of Ukamon? Why the one of Uka? Just cut that sucker.
I don't understand this. Also, the Armadillomon, I guess to have 1,000 DP on your Magna, but like,
I would cut the Armadillo for another Uko.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't play either of them, but that's just
I wouldn't play either.
I'm saying if you're gonna,
yeah,
I'd play a 5th and 6th copy. I'd play a 5th and 6th copy of that Patamon.
Yeah, if only.
For real. I don't know, man. The one of Magnadra and the one of Venus, like, pick a lane. 2 Rapid X too. Like, why do you need Rapid X?
Because he pulled them.
Ben has Rapid X's in his list. He says he really needs them.
It's really good against Numa.
He said he needed it for the Nume matchup, but I mean, I think Valkase does like basically the same thing, and you also have to be basically maxing out your Rapidmon level 4s, because that Rapidmon does not get his effect unless you have a Rapidmon underneath him.
Yeah, I also do not like the Thomas split.
I don't understand the reason
people do that.
I did see people playing the Niarumon, which can like trigger your Magna on the swing, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I think the draw is more important.
I just don't like how it's a 3-2.
Yeah, I don't understand the 3-2 split.
That's so bizarre.
I like the Awakenings. I personally like 4, but that's just me.
Sean likes to make sure he can Magna X you.
I want to Awakening into a Magna X on my second turn of the game and say, hey, out this card. Oh, you can't? That sucks.
Alright, eat a fat one.
Yeah. Congratulations to Ryan, though. Nicholas Slack, Imperial Dramon. Let's take a gander. I'm curious what these guys beat.
Oh, this one actually loaded pretty,
Nah, dude. You don't see the struggle of my
No, it's struggling.
I'm just saying, it pulled up really quick.
It didn't, though.
What in the Titans Tower?
It did not load this website like a normal website, dude. This is heavy load.
I already like this deck way more because it's playing 2 Wormmon.
This guy's got a token
right there.
BT12 Pyojimon in here. Got a Giga Death. Okay. 1 Giga, 1 Mega.
Slaps.
Gigadeath will blow Numa out. Like hardcore.
Right, suspend all your dudes. Now bot deck him.
Bottom.
Yeah. 9 memory. Put everything you see there on the bottom of your deck.
I that in Examon, and it was so funny when people like just get Giga Death.
Bro, this guy was playing if you have a green Digimon and play draw 1 card. I guess it. So he's only getting that if he's on Pyojimon or higher.
Mm-hmm.
Whack.
He's playing the EX1 XVmons, which I think is a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good list.
Promo Wormmon, so he's already a win for me.
Congratulations.
Like for me.
I liked the BT16 one. Did you vote from the trash?
With Magna X. Jesus, dude. This website. Eggman, go back to the old format, dude. Talk to your people.
There's Zubagon again.
He said, "Hey, here's so this on GX. Want to see me do it again?"
This guy is playing this Tama though that always gives you 1,000 DP. So you're gonna be 13 with Magna X. So like the Zubagon makes sense in this deck.
Yeah.
So you could use it immediately.
Yeah, because you don't have to like play around not having that extra 1,000 DP because you're always gonna be 13k.
A lot less option card flooding, I guess is what I'll call it. But I mean,
it's close to the
just
same.
Not playing he's not playing a Mem Boost. He's playing the Full Moon instead.
Yeah.
No random token Fire Rocket.
Playing an Ice Wall, which is interesting.
And it slows down like Numamon, like those rail decks, you know, slow them down a little bit
I wouldn't
for
say
a turn.
I wouldn't say it slows down Nume, because Nume just dumps their hand onto their field and blows up your stuff and just like, I'll just kill you
That's
next
when you
turn.
DeathX them.
Yeah,
With his
Death
one,
X.
his one DeathX. Congratulations,
DeathX.
Travis. Jackie Chan, Red Hybrid.
He
Yeah.
plays this game
On
too.
brand. On brand.
I believe did Jackie Chan not top a previous tournament we were looking at?
Yes,
It's
'cause we
possible.
made that same joke.
The literal and graphical information presented on the site about Dragon Ball Super Digimon One Piece. Okay.
Oh, well. That was a good read.
Yeah.
Yep, Red Hybrid. You hate
Hey,
it.
look, it's dude, he's playing 2 Valk Aces. Let's go.
No, they
playing-
don't deserve that
He's
card.
playing 2 Garudamon Aces and 2 Valk Aces.
Why is this?
Garudamon Ace is actually decent if you're playing against a Magna X player that doesn't know that you are playing Garudamon.
Sean, they're evolving.
'Cause
I
you can
hate
blow
it.
it up.
They're playing new cards.
Yeah, damn them putting in new cards in their deck.
Sean, they're evolving.
They are evolving. The
I don't know
random
how I feel about
Louis.
the split. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the split on the Ukos. I feel like I would just fully commit to the new one.
I agree. I'm not really sure I understand this. I think just fully committing to the new one is probably correct. Oh, dog, this is the same Ukomon. It's just 2 different arts.
Yup. Yeah, it is.
It is. It is the same art. This is the.
for 0.
Oh, my bad. You're right. I'm stupid.
That's the winner. That's the winner art for
Why is that there?
So, what I my mistake.
Edit this part out. Edit this part out.
My mistake.
Yeah, Brandon can't be right.
Yeah, obviously. My mistake was I looked at the Ukomon on the left and I was like, that's the old one.
Yep.
And I looked at the one on the right and I was like, that's the new one. Wait,
That's
that
the new
Evo's for
one.
0. These both Evo for 0. Honestly,
Sean
how this
objectively
website's
knowing
working,
his
it wouldn't
mind.
surprise me if it split 2 different arts like that.
All right. Well, that's Red Hybrid. Boo.
Yep. Congratulations.
Hybrids of red variety.
Ben Clark, Mirage.
It's a very American sounding name, Ben.
I guess it's gonna be.
They're in Australia. It's not like they're in China or something. What the
I guess this is gonna be a Mirage deck, but they're playing the other level 5. Oh, looky there.
Your name doesn't sound very British. Yep, they're
Yep,
maxing out the
that's-
level 5 that keeps them from being blocked.
That's Mirage for you.
The downside of this card is it's a when attacking effect, not when digivolving, so you have to play into ace cards in order to get it. Hopefully your opponent doesn't have an ace or you just lose. Yep, congratulations. Then we have Justin Lim, Numemon.
Gonna be a new Numamon list.
God, imagine the Mirage player being like, alright, I'll swing, and you're just like, Vikemon, and they're like, alright, I scoop.
I lose now.
Digimon Emperor.
Why is it separated like this?
I don't know,
So
dude.
weird.
So they're playing 2 Chews, 4 and 4 Ukos, 2 Chikuris. Okay, that's their DeathX answer. Only 3 Plats.
God,
I
guess-
was only playing 3.
I just like seeing it, but I guess once you see one, you see them all.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
He's still playing 2 War Monzis too.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm
I
telling
like
you.
it. I missed it. I missed it a couple times the other night.
Like, adding in Edamons is definitely the wave. My split was the same as his, except for... So I was doing 2 Eddas, 4 Monzes, 2 Warus, 4 Monze X's, obviously. I was playing 3 Valk Aces, and I was playing 3 Protoforms.
Yeah, see, I'm also playing 3 Valk Aces.
Yeah, it's just too good. Yeah.
The Digimon Emperor from the mirror match.
Yeah, for the mirror,
And the-
especially, and Yellow
the
Vaccine,
matchup.
and the Armor,
Armor?
and Red Hybrid sometimes. If they
No,
Everything
just the
good
mirror.
this format.
if they
How about
make the
that?
mistake of putting an Ukomon in their raising area.
Only the mirror match.
That's right, dude. He didn't have to worry about anything else. Then we have Dane with Magna X. I'm assuming this is another armor variant.
Yep.
See how long this page takes to load.
This is where you cut in a little edit. It just says 1 eternity later.
That's too much work, my dude.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All of them are playing Zubagon, man. I don't know. Maybe we're the
Yeah,
problem.
but
this
again,
guy's also
he's playing the right Tama.
Yeah, he's playing the Tama that gives you 1,000 DP. So like it just didn't make sense to me in that other deck where he was not consistently going to have a 12,000 or a 13,000 DP Magna X.
All right.
This guy's also playing the Digimon that gives him.
They should not have made Magna X black.
They shouldn't have made him. Full stop.
Yeah, you're right.
End
I
of
shouldn't have
sentence.
completed that sentence. I should have just stopped right there.
Yeah, they shouldn't have. Bandai shouldn't have.
You shouldn't have.
Yeah, but like actually. Congratulations
Yeah,
to Dane. Then we have Marcus with another Mirage. Let's see how long this one takes to load. I don't understand why these are in this format. I wonder if it's, dude, what if it's tack related? What if it's their fault?
Oh no.
I don't know how they did it, but tack got their way in and slowed down something I was doing again.
He's only playing 3 of that level 5.
He was like, I'm going to see it, dude. I don't care.
Yeah, it's Mirage.
3 Zudos. Yeah, it's whatever.
Yep.
He's playing the new Galga.
Yep. That's a Mirage deck. Then we have another Mirage deck, Wesley.
I wonder how this one's going to look.
It's probably going to be very blue. If it loads. Let's see if it loads.
Very similar to the last one. Probably 1 or 2 cards different.
Most likely. I hate this format. What the?
I'm sorry. I already see one of the cards
Amphimon
right now.
Ace? What?
That's a one-of?
I know
My
it.
brother, have you heard of Vikemon?
Yeah, have you considered Vikemon? I mean, I guess. I just think this is kind of whatever.
I'd rather play Vikemon. Full stop.
Yeah, I feel like Vikemon would be better. I agree. That's an interesting choice. I wonder how many people he got with that, though.
So many
Got
people.
him.
Got him.
So many
Stupid.
It wasn't even removable, is it? It just removes sources.
It strips sources and it bounces one thing without sources. Tamer or Digimon.
Okay, so the hand, yeah, no, I'd rather de-evo and then just stun.
It's when attacking effect doesn't do anything because you don't play anything with Jellymon and its text besides itself.
Ugh.
I mean,
the Vikemon's when attacking triggers too. Like,
I agree. I think Vikemon probably just would have been better in there, but maybe he was just trying to strip Nume's Nume X sources and stuff. But
why bother stripping it when you can just de-evo?
Yeah, I feel like if you de-evo and stun, it probably would be better. But yeah, worked out for him. Then we have Jeffrey He with Yellow Vaccine. Let's take a gander.
Most Magna X.
Let's see how many Magna X's he was playing. I've seen some people play. Why though, dude? Ben was playing 3 at one point, and I was like, I'm thinking of bumping it up to 4, and I was like, you aren't playing 4?
You're not?
Like what?
He's only playing 2 Awakening.
Yeah, I was playing 2 for a little bit when I was testing, and I was like, dude, this is one of the best cards in the deck. I want to see it early and often.
Token Ukomon.
I don't understand the one of Uko and Yellow Vaccine. Who started this trend?
You see it, you roll, okay?
Double Digimon Emperor for the format.
Dude, I got it. I know what the Ukomon is. It's literally second chance for Patamon. you Evo into it, you promote, search for hopefully a pad off top 3, and then hatch again and Evo into the Patamon.
Yup.
It's literally it's hopefully 5th Patamon. It's Prage Patamon.
Yeah, if you didn't notice when you load the initial page, the deck list is actually off to the side.
Oh no, I see it, dude. It's stupid.
It's so I don't get it.
This guy has a weird Thomas split as well. I wonder if they just flip a coin between like which one they want to have 3 and which one they have 2 of.
I mean, I just don't like how it's like 3 copies of Rapid and 3 copies of Magna. Like, why?
Yeah, I don't I don't understand this. Magna's the best card in your deck, like by far. I want to see
Currently
it.
the best card in the game.
Yeah,
Like,
facts. I mean, if you play against, I think I would say like 95% of decks don't have an actual answer to it once it hits the field. You stick it and you're just like, okay, extend handshake. I don't know. I would hate to lose a game because I literally never saw my win condition.
Right.
This guy's playing 3 emissaries. Okay. Also having to max out the rapids at the level 4 slot because you are playing Rapid X. One of the other reasons why I don't play Rapid X is because I don't want to do that. Yeah. Worked out for him. Congratulations. Then we have Long Gang, 3rd place Lugamon.
Long Gang sounds like a bad Google Translate of Lugamon.
Gang Gang. Maybe. This guy's playing...
He's playing the new Saul. That makes sense. A lot of people are saying, oh, you don't play it yet.
You mean
It's
Soul?
like, you definitely can. Yeah, Saul. Saul.
Better Call Saul?
Better Call Saul, brah.
Is he playing Sethmon?
Yes.
Playing a Doru as well.
You
he's
play-
playing. Yeah, he's playing like a Doru engine in there.
Well, you play Sethmon because you play Dino B. Dino B can
Dino
play
B.
it back.
Yep. Still playing Black Gato.
He has a 1 of. Interesting.
Well, I mean, the Seth's also a 1 of.
Yeah, he is playing this Doru engine because it's probably their only answer to Magna. Right?
It makes them attack at the start of their main phase.
Well, look at his other level 6.
He's playing another Doru.
I don't even know what this guy does.
It's the collision one.
Oh. I mean...
He gives it alliance and then he collisions with it.
I mean, you're never going to have the Alliance DP when they're swinging.
Why not?
The Alliance DP disappears after the attack is over. You can't Alliance during your opponent's turn.
It's not during their turn, Brandon. I'm saying you go into this with alliance, right?
Brandon's not picking up what you're putting down, Chris.
I guess
really not.
He's on
Are
a
you
different
playing
planet. I don't know what he's
Alliance?
talking about. You swing. You swing with collision and alliance on your turn.
Yeah.
And the
Oh,
Magna
okay.
X player is forced to block.
Be your opponent's turn.
Hear me
For some reason, I
out.
was thinking
You make them
collision.
attack on their turn, and then you have collision and alliance somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my bad.
Correct.
No,
Hey,
no.
Ryan,
I'm talking.
that's on me.
I'm saying that.
Forgot what collision did for a second.
Clearly.
Yeah. I figured they're just playing this whole engine because it's literally their only answer to a Magna X.
Kind
That's
of.
it.
You'd also have to clear off all of their other bodies on the field because otherwise they just block with them.
That's
Right,
what, like,
yeah.
Crimson Blaze and DeathX are for. Clearly.
Yeah, this guy's playing a lot of one-ups.
I would also play 1 ADP, but I can understand why you wouldn't.
I legitimately think he just didn't have the room. This guy's only playing 2 analog youths.
Yeah, because he made a room for the extra whatever his name is.
Yeah, but he's also playing Mist. You could just drop the Mist and play the analogs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would. I don't like Mist. Honestly, I know a lot of people saying it's really good, but I don't like the random mill factor.
I'm surprised because I feel like analog youth is just objectively better than Mist.
Yeah.
That worked out for him.
I will say one thing that's really threw me off about that list is he's
Too late. Don't
not
go back.
playing-
It's gonna have to reload.
You're right.
Yeah, don't click on it. Not playing Hell Luger.
Oh yeah, he wasn't playing any. Well, I guess all the good
He's playing
decks,
both Sauls.
all the good decks this format don't. You either can't
need
kill it or you don't need it because it doesn't do anything. Because like Nume is just like okay, float, gain extra memory.
I just liked it for the draw too.
I just think they're neat.
Yeah, you swing with it, and
Then we
then
have-
it lives, and you draw 2.
Samuel playing a Numemon.
No way.
Way. Dog.
Oh, he's playing-
what?
It's playing like
Playing
the August.
Chaos? What?
Way. Way.
I considered it. I considered this.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a platinum, and then like you
It's
have
got
a Valve,
partition.
I mean, oh, you guys froze. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Chaosmon legitimately broke our internet.
Yeah. I was considering it in playing it because it does have like partition and barrier and stuff like that, and I was like, this would be neat. But I was in the end, I just was like, it's not really worth it. There's just better cards I could play.
Yeah, I feel like if you're going into this guy, that means you have 2 platinums on the field. That means you're probably already winning. I don't know. It seems win more to me.
Yeah.
It's like, what does this guy answer that you don't already have an answer to?
I mean, do you have to have the 2? Do you have to have the 2 platinums? You could just hard digivolve into it.
I mean, you can just hard evo into him for 5, but like
1 platinum and like any of your other level 6s.
Let's say you happen to swing with your platinum. You happen to swing with your Valk. They both live. All right, cool. Game's over. I have a DNA in hand. It's very, like Sean said, win more.
I see what I thought too. I
guess with
when picking it, yeah. When I read it and it gets the -8,000 only for the end of the turn, I was like, okay, I don't want to play this card. If it would have said into the end of their turn, I'd be like, considered.
It would have been much better, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just for the turn, so I was like, nah, better cards.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of like if you have Valk and Platinum on the field, you can do it.
Yeah.
And then, like, theoretically, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 swings.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you have 2 level 6s on the field already.
Right. Like, I feel like it's just like a win more card.
Yeah.
It's cool and neat. I considered it, but in the end, I was just like, yeah. I also like how he's playing the what's it called, the X program.
Yeah, a 1-of option that clears out the board of anything not X antibody. If there's like 3 or more, I think. Yup. It's funny if you're playing against a deck that randomly has an X antibody boss monster, because they're just like, okay, it doesn't do anything.
Nice.
Yep. Congratulations. Then we have Benedict playing also Numemon.
Now you said this one was weird, right?
No, I was showing you guys the layout of the deck list.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I haven't seen any of these. I've just seen the layout for the website.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's what you're trying to show us.
Giving me eye cancer. And internet cancer too, dude. My stuff is lagging. What is this?
So many chimeras.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
I did.
It literally said it had 4 chimeras, and then I said 1 chimera next. I was like, "The guy's playing 5 chimeras." Bro's
yeah,
playing 5 chimeras.
Looks like a Numemon list.
Dude, one day I want to come across one of these that's playing less than 4 Mons X's and call them dumb.
Oh, and just roast them.
Yeah.
The 3/3 split on the Uko is interesting. I just like maxing them out, but he was probably making room for other stuff.
I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah, looking at it right now, it's probably the extra proto and the chimera, if that'd be my guess.
Probably the HJs too. Yeah. Congratulations. All right, let me get out of this.
Oh, why'd you close the stream, Sean? We have to go over reveals. Every time. Every time. One day we're gonna catch you fast enough.
Well, I think I remembered once.
You did. I think it was last week you remembered.
It might have been, dude. I thought I was doing good, and then
Caught you slipping.
Wasn't.
While you're pulling that up, we're gonna tell a funny story. And by a funny story, I mean Brandon was right. Chris was wrong.
Edit all this out. Edit it all out, Sean. If I find out this is in the pod, if I find out this is in the podcast, it's over. The podcast is done.
So Chris was throwing the biggest titty fit.
Don't say a fit. There was no fit being thrown.
Yo, what's
my
a titty
beautiful
fit?
wife? Was he not throwing a fit about that DeathX?
Don't say anything, okay? I know he's gonna beat you later, so it's okay.
So anyway, Chris was yelling and shouting while we were waiting to go to locals. Okay. I'm just like, come on, we gotta go. And he's like, I gotta find this DeathX. Are you even playing it tonight? No, I.
Who went and took a dump? Who said, hey, let's go, and then went and took like a 20-minute dump?
Man,
you.
Emma did.
You get the
Emma
call?
did.
when you get the tummy rumble and you know what that rumble means, you don't wait. So anyway,
I mean, that's true.
he's shouting, going, where did you put it? You put it in this area. You put it. You were the last one to use it. Where did you put the DeathX? You lost it. It's your fault.
No.
I put it in the first page of our binder. And
All
when you open the
lies.
binder, the spot it was supposed to be in was empty. And I said, nah, man, I knew you used it in a deck. He goes, I haven't used it in months. I haven't used it in so long. I haven't used it at all. What deck would I have used it in? And I was like, I know I'm not crazy. I know this. I know he's used it soon. So, Sean, thank you. Because it was your deck profile on the channel that let me prove I was right. It was in his stupid D-Reaper core. He put his D-Reaper core in our bulk. So the DeathX was in our bulk.
I mean, that's where I put my
belongs.
DeathXs personally.
So thank you, Sean. You helped me prove that Chris is a gaslighting douchebag.
Who plays one Death X and D Reaper? What idiot? What idiot does that?
That's a good question.
It never got played. It never
Well,
got
because you're only
played.
playing one of it. You probably never saw it.
I would never play it. I think what Brandon did is he went and I can't guess.
He hacked my YouTube and put it in.
Logged into the channel and edited.
He
into
deep
the DeathX.
faked the DeathX into the deck profile.
Yeah, let you do your classic deck profile schmoz of, oh, this card's really good, it doesn't need to be explained. Proceeds to explain the card. Every time.
You know, sometimes.
Oh, all right. Pull up the card reveals. I'm glad no one's gonna see or hear this part. It was funny. Poor Grayson was there too. He's like, "You guys want me to help you look for it?" We explained the card to him. He's like, "I have no idea what that card is."
He didn't recognize DeathX?
No.
There they are. All right. Weekly reveals. We have a couple
Where are
alternate
you?
arts. Who cares?
Beautiful.
Saber
Love it.
Midmon. I don't even know how to say this guy, and I cannot tell really what's going on here.
What is going on there?
I don't know. Tricolor level 7. Then we have
Yeah,
Lux.
isn't that the Nature Spirit card? It's just his alt art?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do alt arts.
Okay.
Then we have Luxmon, a rookie vaccine angel. Your turn, once per turn, when any of your other Digimon with the Angel, Archangel, or 3 Green Angels trait are played, gain 1 memory.
I like that. That art is really cool.
It's this little guy. And then Heritable...
Yeah, it's like a little mini Angemon or a little mini Angelmon.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Digimon even existed.
Me either. Inheritable is when attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP for the turn. So all around, it seems pretty solid.
It was going to be
Good
really
card.
good for that 3 Gray Angel deck.
Mm-hmm. Then we have a new Pitomon. I believe this is the first one we've had since BT4. Security. At the end of the battle, play this card without paying its cost. Inheritable when attacking once per turn. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP for the turn.
It's okay.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it's mid.
I mean, it's not as good as the last card we just read.
Yeah, so... I mean, it's kind of cool because, like, you can obviously tuck this with your Patamon and then it'll play itself out, but, like... I don't know.
Right.
This doesn't seem...
Yeah, welcome the worst version of Gatomon.
That's what I was thinking. Like, it seems like a worse version of Gatomon, but... I don't know. Gatomon, you actually have to trash.
Its art is going hard.
It does look very cool, like the flames and stuff. I'm just a little underwhelmed by... If he had like an on-play or when digivolving effects, I think I would be excited for him, but him just being a generic security Digimon that you can tuck with Pata seems kind of mid, but I mean, it's whatever.
Hey, at least it's got an inheritable, unlike some of the other security.
That is true. It
Digimon. could
be worse. Could be worse.
We're in
Yeah.
BT18. What are they afraid of?
Yeah, seriously, dude. Magna X exists. What are you afraid to print? Then we have Heavy Metal Dramon Alt Art. Goes hard.
Beautiful.
Can't wait to drop this bad boy on people.
The eclipse in the background's really sick.
Oh, yeah. I already forgot what he does, but excited to play that deck.
A lot of cool stuff. That's what he does.
That's a lot of cool stuff. That's right. Then we have
Hey, JP's back, and we're going to black and yellow.
JP, Shove Your Mama. Security, play this card without paying the cost. Start your main phase by trashing one card with the hybrid or 10 warriors trait in your hand. Draw one. Inheritable all turns once per turn. When an attack target is changed, you may play one tamer card with inherited effects from your hand without paying the cost.
Whoa.
That's pretty good.
That seems pretty
I like that.
decent.
Hey,
I wonder if
JP don't miss.
I wonder if we're going into like a hybrid style of deck where you just play multiple of the kids. Like you don't just play JP, you don't just play Takuya.
I think it probably is a combo. That's why they're all dual color now.
Dual colored like that.
I'm kind of curious what like
JP
their
don't
idea
miss.
is. I mean, he kind of does, but then we have Beetlemon. Digivolves on JP or Metal JP for 2 or Metal Kabuterimon for 0. When digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon can't be deleted by your opponent's effects. When attacking, one of your Digimon or Tamers may digivolve into a black or yellow Digimon card with the hybrid trait in your hand with the digivolution cost reduced by 1. Inheritable all turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effects. You may play one Tamer card with inherited effects from this Digimon's digivolution cards without paying the cost.
Okay, like I said, don't miss. That's a really good card.
Yeah, it's a Beetleborg too.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
He do be a big bad Beetleborg.
He do be. Then we have Metal Kabuterimon. Interesting.
It's a whole lot less text.
Yes, significantly. Eves on top of JP for 3 or Beetlemon for 1. Has blocker on play / when digivolving. De-evo one of your opponent's Digimon by 1. Inheritable is blocker.
Okay, I mean, it's still pretty good. I like the Digivolve and the inheritable blocker. That's good. I don't know why this one Digivolves for so much more, though. That's wild.
It's like the other one.
I know it's the...
Yeah,
I know it's the second
effect
one.
Is like...
Yeah, it's not... Like, effect-wise, I could see their Digivolution cost being switched.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, giving Susano Ace blockers and inheritable should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Because we all know that's where this is going.
True. Then we have...
this is just a higher... We saw this last week. It's just a higher res, right?
You right. I was like, this looks familiar.
I remember that Midriff anywhere.
That's right, dude. Zoe Ori...
Wait, no, not Zoe. She's a child. I was talking about Beelstar.
We got him, boys.
No. Damn it.
Officer, he's right over there. Security, play this card without paying the cost. Start your main phase by trashing one card with a hybrid or 10 warrior straight in your hand. Draw 1. Did JP gain a memory or did he draw 1 too?
Okay, he drew one.
I read draw 1, but my brain like registered gain 1 memory.
Gain 1.
Inheritable all turns once per turn. When the Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon by battle, you may play one Tamer card with inherited effects from your hand without paying the cost.
I'm gonna say it since it doesn't seem like the new Zoe stuff is gonna be working in the yellow version. Just bring Jet back. What are they afraid of? You're not giving it more support at this point. It's pointless. Like, just let it come back.
The Beetlemon can evo into it for 0.
I don't understand. I mean, they must intend for us to like mix the new stuff with the old stuff and like legit have multiple kids in the same deck, because like this just besides Takuya, apparently Takuya is always going to be red, but this just doesn't make sense to me because like you have a new Tamer and you have Kazumon and Zephyrmon, green and red. Let's read these. Kazumon evos on top of Zoe for 2, Zephyrmon for 0. When digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. When attacking, once per turn, one of your Digimon or Tamers may digivolve into a green or red Digimon card with a hybrid trait in your hand with the digivolution cost reduced by 1. Inheritable all turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effects. You may play one Tamer card with inherited effects from this Digimon's digivolution cards without paying the cost.
Yeah, I think you guys are right. You're supposed to try and mix these up because what's going to happen is the kids that fuse with Takuya, they're going to play together. The kids who fuse with Koji are going to play together because if we read that, it says may Digivolve into a green or red Digimon card with the hybrid.
Oh, yeah.
Takuya's red. You know what I mean? It's not specifically, so I think you guys are right. Like, the two decks will play with, like, their respective
Multiple
kids. Like,
Okay.
yeah, Koji will be Koji, JP, and
Ichi.
Koichi, and then Takuya, Zoe, and Tommy. Yeah,
Sounds-
okay, I don't think yeah.
Or just be a deck like Cross Heart. We just play all of them.
Oh, God, that would be a
Please
mess.
don't.
Please don't.
But she seems super underwhelming.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Like JP, like Beetlemon is like, hey, I can't be deleted by your opponent's card effects. This one's like, suspend a Digimon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
All right. Anything else? No.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Yeah.
Then we have Zephyr. Evil's on top of Zoe for 3, Kaze for 1. Has piercing on play / when digivolving. One of your Digimon gets plus 3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Inheritable is piercing.
Nah, these are both just misses. Unfortunately, they're both extremely. Now, here's the bad part though. If this goes very well with the red hybrid stuff, and they gain piercing too.
Well, I think the new Takuya gives them piercing already.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
the
okay, that's right.
Have been seen Takuya.
It just gives them
Never
more
mind then.
piercing.
yeah, just
Yeah,
more
more
piercing.
piercing.
Yeah, these cards just seem like misses.
I
Unfortunately.
mean, we got a raid level 4 red hybrid card already, so I don't think we need this.
So dumb, dude.
Yeah.
Uh,
Here's your new blue hybrid level 5.
Mermaimon. This isn't even a hybrid.
I know. I'm just saying, like, it kind of
mean,
fits in with the effect.
It appears to work with them, yeah, but I'm just confused because it's not a variable or hybrid in its traits.
Yeah.
When attacking, you may play 1 blue level 3 Digimon card or 1 Tamer card from this Digimon Digivolution cards without paying the cost.
Whack.
Meh.
Okay. Weird.
You have to attack with an
Weird.
8000 DP ultimate. Okay, this card's going in the bulk box.
New Lanamon.
This is... It's a Lanamon that's not for... Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of a different card. I'm thinking of Lunamon.
Oh, okay. It's like, wait, what?
I was like, yo, this isn't the card that I'm familiar with. Lanamon. Evil's on top of Calmeramon for 0. On play / when digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Among them, add 1 card with the aqua or sea animal and one of its traits to the hand, or place 1 such card as the bottom Digivolution card of any of your blue Digimon. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Rule trait has aquatic type. Inheritable when attacking once per turn. You may return 1 level 3 Digimon to the hand. That is yours or your opponent's, apparently.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool, I guess.
It's just like a glass of bubbly. It's like green bubbly.
Yeah. I really hope that wasn't a Syakomon she has murdered and is now sitting inside of.
It might be.
Oof.
Big oof.
Hey, that's the
Hey,
that's
let's
the
get
C for you.
Syakomon's into that, you know. If he's into that, like,
I mean, that isn't that kind of where his mouth would be?
his little body. Remember, he's the body inside the clam.
Yeah, what?
He's the little creature inside of it,
Pause.
sitting on his face.
Yo, where's he at? Calmeramon. Eve's on top of Lanamon for 1. On play / when digivolving, if a level 3 Digimon card is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, return 1 of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to the hand. If a level 3 Digimon card is not in this Digivolution cards, you may place 1 blue level 3 Digimon card from your hand as a Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. Inheritable when attacking once per turn. You may return 1 level 3 Digimon to the hand. What is this deck?
I think I got AIDS
don't
when
know.
hearing you have to say level 3 Digimon.
Dog, I don't know what
This is their answer to. This is their answer to
Floodgate.
Rookie Rush from BT 4, 5, and all
Yeah,
that.
how does sir, how does this affect Numamon? They're all level 4s. That's the thing. It doesn't.
That's the neat part. I mean, clearly this is like, it's in line with the original Lanomon effect, but like this seems really weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I like underwhelming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
not a
seeing the
huge-
payoff for spending this much memory on stuff.
Yeah.
Then we have Ancient Mermaid Mon. On play / windage evolving, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to the hand. For each of your other Digimon, add 1 to this effect's level's maximum. All turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area from this Digimon's evolution cards, you may return 1 blue level 4 or lower Digimon card to the hand, or play 1 such card without paying the cost. Digicross is -2 with Lanomon and Calmaramon.
Oh, cool. So I can play it for 8.
Yep.
Okay.
Seems bad.
Yeah.
Bulk box.
I've heard a lot of good
Bulldogs.
things about this guy.
Candlemon. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 yellow card with the data trait and 1 card with the Witchelney trait among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Inheritable all turns once per turn when this yellow Digimon with the data or Witchelney trait would leave the battle area by an opponent's effect. By trashing the top security card, it doesn't leave. That is a really, really strong effect.
Awesome.
Jesus.
Sweet. Thanks, Bandai.
That is even better barrier. If you combine that with barrier,
just what yellow needed.
It's archetype specific, but I like where they're going with this. Give us more yellow generic stuff that does this.
No.
So I know that this is supposed to be meant for like whatever deck we're about to get, but whenever I first read this card, I looked up cards that are level 6 datas to see if any of them were good. And the entire Sakuyamon deck is data, which I think would be funny if you just put this in there.
God!
Digimon finally gets support and it wasn't even meant for them.
Yep.
No, this is supposed to be a Dynasmon's level 3.
That makes sense. Dynus goes hard. I can't wait to get to that one. Then we have a Wizardmon. Windage evolving by trashing your top security card. Draw 1 and gain 1. Okay.
This is his whole line right here, isn't it?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Wizard Evo's into Dynus?
Yeah.
Eventually.
Dynus is like considered like a wizard almost. He's a wizard, Harry.
Apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to make the links here.
The level 4 does the same thing. Inheritable. All turns once per turn. Once the yellow Digimon with the data or which one you trait will leave the battle area by an opponent's effect. By trashing your top security card, it doesn't do that. LOL, no. So this is also an amazing card.
Yep.
Just wait till you read Mistymon.
Then we have Mistymon.
Guess what he has?
Barrier. On play / win Digivolving by trashing your top security card. Change the original DP of one of your Digimon to 6,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Oh my god, it's an answer to Magna X.
What?
Inherited.
Mistymon is busted.
All turns, once per turn, when a card is removed from your security stack, you may unsuspend this Digimon. So, the fact that it makes it 6,000 DP is going to be pretty relevant when we get to Dynus as well.
Yeah, you don't say. I figured.
All right.
Oh, great. He's yellow red, too. Awesome. Hey, let's keep going, Bandai.
This looks
Valkyrie said, hold my beer, and then Dynas said, no, hold my beer.
This does look very sick. Has raid, because why not, dude?
Thanks. Hey. Yeah, let's keep going, Bandai.
Yo, Lord Nightmon has access to raid. Let's go.
Yup, awesome.
On play / win Digivolving / win attacking, not once per turn. By trashing your top security card, one of your opponent's
Jesus
Digimon gets
Christ.
minus 6,000 DP until the end of their turn. So you Evo
That's
into
minus
Misty, set it to
12.
6. Evo into Dynas, minus it by 6. If it's Magnex, it dies as soon as their turn starts. All turns, while you have 3 or fewer security cards, the Digimon gains blocker and gets 4,000 DP.
Making him
Okay, because I needed that too. Is he? Yeah, just make a black too. Just make a black, and then be like, yeah, that's why he has blocker.
Yo.
So, Sean, does this make you excited for what Lord Nightmon could potentially be?
It is. The only reason I'm not like super stoked is I've been disappointed before. So like I want to temper my expectations a little bit, but I am very excited to see like what we're gonna get, because I'm assuming we're gonna get DeathX and Lord Nightmon X as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed. This is a dope card though.
What if this set
This is
comes and
ridiculous.
goes and you just don't even get it?
I mean, it'll be like every other
they've
set
given
before,
us
dude.
Dynasmon.
I've been
they've
waiting
given
for
us
like
Dynasmon
3
more
years
than-
at this point.
No,
I was just giving up.
they're a
I can
duo.
wait.
They're a duo. They'll come together.
Oh, I bet
Pause.
they do.
Pause. Yeah, this Dynas is sick, dude.
That art is sick. I mean, if you showed me that, I'd be like, oh, that's its alt art.
It looks very good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, his attack, the Wyvern's breath is in the background.
Mhm.
Yeah, everything. It's sick.
Yo, you swing at my security. I go into this guy, minus you by 6. I'm 16k and I just block you. LOL.
LOL.
Then we have Freemon. Inheritable on deletion for each color among your opponent's Digimon and Tamers. Trash the top card of your deck.
Oh, your deck.
That is a mandatory effect. I don't understand.
Maybe we just don't see the picture yet.
I certainly don't, dude. I'm missing it. If it were optional, that would be cool. But the fact that this is an on deletion mandatory effect, like your opponent could just deck you out randomly.
Huh. Anyway.
We're just not seeing it yet, boys.
We are not. Hey, it's Leomon. Your turn. Once per turn with Digimon or any of your tamers would digivolve into a multicolored Digimon that is purple or yellow. Reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. Inheritable Retail.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's
Okay.
a hard one to Evo on top of literally anything. Like he
That
doesn't have an
is-
all
Yep.
Evo condition.
That
So
is
he's
true.
not saving memory. He's not saving memory
'cause
because either way.
It's like a
Just
layaway.
banking it for later.
Yeah.
Dumb Bandai. Dumb.
These are
Silly.
some promos.
Okay, dude. I hate cross cards so much. They're so dumb.
And we don't have to read that.
Yeah, but the next card is sick.
Shoutmon and Dorulu Cannon. Digivolves play cost 4 or less Shoutmon or Dorulumon for 0. When attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP for the turn. Then, by placing one Digimon card with the cross art trait in this Digimon's division cards under one of your tamers, delete one of their Digimon with 3,000 DP or less. Rule name also treated as Shoutmon / Dorulumon. Digicross is -1 with Shoutmon and Dorulumon.
Okay, at least it doesn't seem that good.
It seems extremely mid, I will say that.
At least it seems kind of bad.
Yeah.
Because it's a 1 to Evo, 5 hard play level 3. Like, but sure, you have the Digicross, but like, okay, where is this making space in the deck?
Yeah. Hopefully it's bad. Then we have Magna Gurumon.
Ooh.
So I'm
That's
assuming
sick.
this is the whatever form that you guys talk about. You guys froze again.
I am back.
Yeah, these
Welcome
reveals
back.
need to stop pooping our internet.
So whenever you guys froze or before you did, I asked, is this the form you guys talked about before, like this whatever form?
Yeah, this is where he keeps all his weapons before he's used them.
Oh,
The
apparently-
new yeah.
Apparently, Magna. I don't know why. Magna Gurumon. his weapons are finite, which is kind of weird.
Sounds
like
dumb,
I don't
man.
really know of any other Digimon where they have a finite amount of a weapon.
Yeah,
because it was
So after
cool.
they're all
Because it was cool when he
Yeah.
dropped them all and pulled out 2 lightsabers.
That's fair. That does sound pretty cool.
So after he blows his load, he just strips off, and then
Pause.
Yeah, he gets
and then
naked,
just
pulls
uses
out
his
his lightsaber because now he doesn't have any of his armor on.
Yeah, so he just whips out his lightsabers and he's just like,
Do you guys know what this guy does yet?
No.
nope, haven't read it.
Okay, it's interesting. It evos on top of a 3-color Magna Gurumon for 2 memory.
So the other one.
It has Armor Purge.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense, eh? Makes sense.
Yeah. When Digivolving, return one of your opponent's level 3, level 4, and level 5 to the hand.
Okay.
End
Sure.
of attack by placing this Digimon's top card as your top security card. Unsuspend this Digimon or Tamer.
Okay, yeah, so it's lore. It makes sense with the lore.
Yeah, it makes sense with the lore. Yeah. Okay.
He blows his load and then strips.
Pause?
Okay.
I was being intentionally sus. You can't just pause on that.
You said that was a promo though?
These are all promos.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
are all
all 4 of
promos.
them.
That's annoying. That's annoying. Okay.
Hopefully they figured out a better way to distribute these. Hopefully.
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Still waiting on LM2.
Yep. LM2 and 3 and 4.
Like my foil Atomic Inferno before they become mute
Yeah.
or moot.
I believe it's moot. Maildramon.
Correct.
All turns when another of your Digimon with Nightmon in its text would leave the battle area by an opponent's effects. By placing this Digimon as its bottom Digivolution card, it doesn't leave. Inheritable is blocker.
Okay. Next.
Yeah,
Does that
what?
count for Lord Nightmon?
It does, but it's a black card.
Yeah.
So is
black.
your other level 5 now.
Yeah, but it's also yellow. This is a pure
What
black
if the
card.
new Lord Nightmon is yellow-black?
That's fine.
Black-yellow.
As long as it's half yellow. This being pure black would limit your deck building to the point where you couldn't even play OG Lord Nightmon.
But don't you like the idea of Lord Nightmon riding upon that thing like a boss?
So the only way I'll accept... No, never mind. I lied. I'm not going to accept them making Lord Nightmon black. Black sucks, dude. We all know
Alright,
black
next
sucks. I want Lord Nightmon to be good. Pawn device. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. While you don't have pawn device, you may ignore this card's color requirements. Main, draw 1, then place this card in the battle area. Main delay by trashing one of your non-red option cards in your battle area. Gain 1 memory.
What?
Security, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 11,000 DP or less, then add this card to the hand.
What is this card?
So main
What are
delay
you
I mean,
by trashing one of your non-red option cards in your
Are we
battle-
gonna get a counterpart that's like this card but not red?
We must. This is
and
interesting,
wants to be
though.
trashed.
It makes me think maybe we'll start getting Digivices and crests and stuff and eggs.
Well, if they're trying to introduce us to that concept with this card, maybe we do better. Because I ain't seeing the picture yet.
That is big facts, but this is interesting. It has device as its trait, by the way.
Okay, yeah, that is definitely a sign.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely a sign for that.
All right, we have Scooby
Alright,
Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Hand main by placing one Loemon and one Kaiser Leomon from your trash under one of your purple or yellow tamers. That tamer digivolves into this card for a digivolution cost of 3, ignoring its digivolution requirements. Jamming. When digivolving, you may play one tamer card with inherited effects from your trash without paying the cost. Inheritable when attacking once per turn. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 DP for the turn.
That seems pretty good.
Yeah,
That
seems
does seem pretty strong. Wonder if you could build like a hybrid Mastamon deck now.
Yeah, probably.
And then something Red has been waiting for so long that it's probably kind of irrelevant at this point. Shaman Mon.
BT18, let's
All
go.
turns, your opponent can't gain memory except with tamer effects. It only took us like 4 years, dude, but we got it. We finally got
Yay,
it.
we got there.
Hey, way to go. Hey, Bandai's patting themselves on the back
Yeah.
right now for this one.
They're like, hey, did we forget to give Red a memory blocker? Who cares?
Put it in, put it in, put it in.
So now I think the only color that doesn't have one is yellow, if I'm not mistaken.
Good.
Black has one, blue has one, red has one
Purple
now.
has one.
Purple has one. Green has one. I think it is. I think it's the only one.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yellow doesn't need it. Your DP reduction's broken.
And this card is just straight pack filler.
Volcanomon. When Digivolving Blitz? With my 9,000
Right in the
DP.
bulk bin.
Yep.
No,
Dog.
you gotta read the rest of it.
I kind of don't want to. When attacking, Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Yeah, dude, that's what I want. I want to attack with an 11,000 DP vanilla into my opponent's ace. It's just going to blow me out.
No, see, you go into this, and your opponent's like, this guy's dumb. But they're at 3 security. I might as well push for game. Dynasmon.
You're going to get Dynasmon. This is in the same set as Dynasmon. Pre-release, imagine evoing into this guy and being like, yeah,
Sean,
dude.
Sean, stop going into this stuff, okay?
Yeah, this card sucks.
Don't listen to Brandon. Don't listen to Brandon, okay?
Card sucks.
Don't play into him.
Then we have a very seductive
the final
Metal Edamon.
No, it's the final story, because remember, there's been multiple cards where he's been beating the hell out of this guy, and this is the end of it.
Yeah.
He's finally won. Because remember the alt art for the last Metal Edamon, he's clotheslining him.
Oh yeah.
He's hitting him with the It started with Metal Edamon in the ring, like posing,
Like
and then
posing,
Pile
yeah.
Volkmon is on the top rope and is like jumping at him, and then the alt art was Metal Edamon clotheslining him, and then this is the final art where he's finished the job.
Yeah, it is cool that they're
And he's
telling a
beat down.
story through the artwork.
Yeah.
So Evo's on top of black or yellow or a level 5 with Nature Spirit trait for 3. He DNA Digivolves a blue or yellow level 5 green or black level 5 for 0 memory.
What?
What?
On play / when Digivolving / on deletion, not once per turn. One of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -2 until the end of their turn, then de-evo one of their Digimon.
Unfortunately, this just doesn't seem like a very good card.
Nope. So random. Like, why is it a DNA?
Yeah, I don't... Why is it a nature spirit?
I have no idea.
It's so weird.
He's made out of pure
Really
metal.
cool
How
art.
is he
I like
Nature
the-
Spirit?
I don't know. I really like the little story they've told with these cards, but unfortunately, this card's just super mid.
This ain't hitting.
Yeah, this ain't it, Chief. Wisemon, blocker, on play / when Digivolving, reveal the top 5 cards of either player's deck. Return the revealed cards to the top or bottom of the deck.
That's hilarious.
That is. It goes with the Vademon.
Yeah, I was about to say this is Vademon support.
Vademon
guess
support
so.
out of nowhere.
This card seems
That
so
could
point. Like, hey, I want to waste some time.
It's so weird.
Hey, I see you're
Oh
struggling
my
to find it would be a shame if I bot decked all of them.
Yeah, with my after that vanilla blocker. Alright, so we have Mercurymon, Evil's on
Oh, the
top.
Seraphimon killer.
You have Sephirothmon for 0, or a Tamer, Black Tamer for 2, or level 3 for 2. On play / when Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, your opponent's effects can't return this Digimon to the hand or deck. Inheritable opponent's turn, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP.
Okay.
I kind of wish he would do something more like reflecty, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he doesn't even have blocker.
Some way, somehow, I'd like them to
Yeah.
incorporate an effect that like is almost like a magic cylinder or a mirror force kind of thing, you know?
That'd be kind of sick, dude. Imagine we get an ace hybrid. It'll happen one day.
Ha, no you.
Yeah. Sephirothmon. Evil's on top of Mercurymon for a 1 memory. On play / when evolving by placing 1 level 4 or lower card with the hybrid trait other than Sephirothmon from your hand or trash as its Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. You may activate 1 on play effect on the place card. As an effect of this Digimon, inheritable upon its turn plus 2000 DP.
Well, that's pretty good. On plays are pretty common.
Yeah, but it's got to be a level 4 hybrid.
Oh, it has to be level 4?
Yeah, it's got to be a level 4.
Level 4 or lower.
No, level 4 or lower.
3s.
But
all
I mean,
the level 3 hybrids are usually searchers.
Yeah, but they're all blue or red right now. We don't have any.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Whatever.
You can drop the Flamemon that ditch a card draw too.
Both
but you
super
have to be
mid.
playing a red rookie in this deck. That just
Listen, obviously these hybrid decks are just playing every color.
Brian, stop being Chris and just trying to make this work.
Ancient Wisemon. On play / when Digivolving may reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Play 1 black card with a play cost of 7 or less among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest. All turns when this Digimon will leave the battle area. From this Digimon's Digivolution cards, you may return 1 black level 4 or lower Digimon card to the hand, or play 1 such card without paying the cost. Digicross -2 Mercurymon Sephirothmon.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
you
it seems
play a black tamer.
you could play a black ace card.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is 7.
But like, still meh.
Yeah, still very mad because you have to play the other 2 cards.
You could play this guy.
Yeah.
Shadow Seraphi Ace. Evil's on top of Seraphimon for 1, or Sephirothmon with Mercurymon in its sources for 4 memory. So you go from a 4 to a 6 for 4 memory, which is pretty sick. Obviously has Blast Evo blocker. On play / when Digivolving, De-Evo 3, 1 of your opponent's Digimon. All turns, once per turn, when an attack target is changed, 1 of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5,000 DP for the turn. Rule trait has 3 Great Angels type.
Oh, so it fits
Okay.
real nicely into the Great Angel deck too.
Yup.
Yeah, you're just gonna play. That's what you're gonna play this in. You're not gonna play it in the other deck.
You're not gonna play it in its own deck. 'Cause, I mean,
Yeah.
why would?
The other one's not even a deck. It's a couple cards.
Yeah, it's a handful of cards. This looks really sick,
Okay,
though.
yeah, I like it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, its art goes hard.
And then we have a magenta pink tamer. Takuya Kambara and Koji Minamoto. Security
We
player.
can agree this is gonna be red and blue,
It
right?
is not.
I think it's red and
What
yellow.
do you mean?
It is red and yellow.
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah, I forgot they made Koichi yellow. Okay,
No,
yeah.
Koji, not Koichi.
Koji.
Yeah,
I'm
same
sorry.
Yeah, I had to look at the color blind marker to tell.
I just could tell that this was definitely not blue looking at it, and remembered that he was yellow in
Right.
the previous cards.
Yeah, because it goes red, blue, then yellow on the color blind.
Just what we needed, more red yellow tamers.
So this is a 5-cost tamer. It is a memory setter. Starting your main phase, you may place up to 1 card with the hybrid trait with different names from your trash as this tamer's bottom cards. For each of your other tamers, increase the number of cards this effect may place by 2.
Jesus.
Rule name also treated as Takuya, and then also Koji, so it works with those cards. And then inheritable, end of turn, once per turn, end of your turn, once per turn. This Digimon with the hybrid or Tin Warriors trait may attack a player.
Can I attack myself?
I'm gonna be
according
honest.
to this,
I'm gonna be
am a
honest.
player.
This just does not seem very good. Like, is that just me?
You're forgetting not the ancient, the Magna
yeah.
and the Emperor required 5 sources under a tamer to warp Evo into them, and those cards were pretty good. Not to mention you're going to get all their inheritables.
I agree, but the thing is, like, I don't know.
This
It seems okay. At least it's a memory setter.
Yeah. If you have 2 tamers next to this card, you can tuck 5 sources underneath this at the start of your main phase.
Yeah, but aren't they from trash?
And guess what Red Hybrid's already doing? It's now.
Yeah, it's good for red. Yeah, red hybrid.
Yeah, it's
but
red
like
hybrid
the
support.
other side, it's just not very good.
Yeah.
I think this hard replaces the 4-cost memory setter Takuya.
I feel like you
now
might
you
end up
can-
playing more than 8 tamers. Well, never mind, because
Yeah.
you also have the other one that you just got, because, you know.
Well, this basically makes it to where you can warp with this one as well now, essentially.
Alright.
So now you have
Whatever.
two Takuyas that
Whatever.
could potentially warp into a level 6.
Whatever. No
Just
one,
one of them.
Whatever,
no one
Bandai.
cares.
One of them's just locked into being only a specific.
No one
level
cares.
Boo, red hybrid. Boo.
You guys keep crying your
Boo.
salty tears.
We will.
Make blue hybrid better.
Dude, do we even have any new blue hybrid cards that aren't Delanamons?
We have the yellow blue
The
ones that we
Lobo.
got, but
Yeah, the yellow Lobo and stuff. So
Not-
we haven't seen the new Tommy cards yet. Who knows, Chris? Maybe you guys will get a new Tommy that's actually good.
No, because he's gonna be black and yellow. No, he's gonna be green and red.
No, we already have that.
he's gonna be red in
Oh,
some
Zoe.
other color. Probably, maybe red blue.
Oh, probably red blue.
Red
Yeah,
yeah.
possible.
Give it raid and the ability to stun.
Yeah, like Dynasmon, they gave it raid for no reason.
Here's raid.
Here's raid on effectively a 22,000 DP Digimon.
Which, do you know what that means? Koichi's colors are gonna be purple, yellow.
Yeah, which I'd be down.
Yeah. All right, let's go to these comment questions because I have a feeling our internet's gonna fail us again for some reason.
Where has that brought you? Back to the
Yeah.
comment questions.
Back to the comment questions. Brian, get off your phone, you dirty peasant. We're on the
reading
podcast.
He's pulling up the questions.
Okay,
He likes
I'll
to
allow
read
it.
along.
I'll allow it.
Actually, I saw this person commented today. I just want to read it.
Oh yeah, the first one right here. Yeah.
Arlantis says Rayquaza claps Gabu with or without a gun. It learns extreme speed.
No.
So I doubt Gabu would even be able to hit him, and he can fly.
Okay,
No,
what good is
you're
being
just
able to fly?
wrong.
Checkmate,
have a
atheists.
We're not. We're not going back into this, okay? We've already said our piece. Gabumon with a gun wins, okay? Sorry.
Yeah, he's packing heat, bruh.
Let's see. Oh, I want to read this one because you guys were smoking rocks last week. IDBW1274 says D-Fissure wasn't played in Rulers format unless it was in Evil Swarms. The only floodgate that Rulers played was Vanity's Emptiness.
Vanities.
Also, I like how Chris is going to show people how bad that deck is when we have seen him play Tyrant and we've seen his card choices. Or his,
Comments are turning on you, Chris. They're turning on you.
No.
yeah, I don't
Just
know.
seeing you.
I don't know what locals you guys went to, but no one played D-Fissure and Dragon Rulers when I was playing.
Joke's on you guys, okay? Ben told me he thought the Niaromon was a good choice. I don't want to hear it. Would I still play the Motimon? Yes. And what people still don't understand, and I still see comments on this. Guys, we recorded both of those matches back to back. I did not update my deck in between. Okay?
For some reason, when testing, Chris doesn't alter his deck if he notices a weakness in the middle of testing. He's just like committed to the list that he is playing for the entirety of the testing.
There's-
Tell Sean, give me a minute. I'm
No.
changing.
I do the same
Hold
thing.
on.
I'm like, sometimes after game one, I'm like, okay, clearly this needs to change.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I think it takes more than 1 to 2 games to determine, hey, is this a solid problem? After getting my butt handed to me so badly after multiple games was when I was like, okay, this is what would need to change.
Sometimes it does take more than 1 or 2 matches, but sometimes it's so obvious that you just need to just take it back to the shop and just change some stuff out.
Sean, it was the first time that Magna bent me over, pulled out his...
I understand.
To
I
pull
get
the
it.
next
I get it,
Digimon
dude.
I was the...
After
I was
the
depressed
after
and sad.
after the first match, you were like, he can't do that again, right?
out. Right? Right?
Right?
My cheeks have never hurt so bad, okay?
Yeah.
Alright, anyways. Next.
Blitz comment 117 says, comment questions for the boys. What do you guys think of all the new master support that will be coming out? Tamer and the Ace. Do you think the deck will be any good going in the next few formats? Been playing the deck since it dropped every set and would love to hear your thoughts. I'll read the other part's the second question. So
yeah, so we'll do the second question. As far as Moss Day is confirmed, like, it's never a deck I've played, but like, my wife played Mastemon when she still played the game. Ben still likes to play Mastemon. It's always like
he plays it.
fun...
I don't think he likes it.
Oh yeah, it was just purple, so he had to play it. I think it's always been a fun deck. I think the problem is once we get to the point where we're using the new Ace cards, like, I think the Ace cards in that set are just kind of better, right?
Well,
is it EX? Is it EX or is it the BT set?
It's the BT set that has the Mastamon comes out in the set we get at the end of the month.
Okay, so that's the Demon Lord set. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be before we get the level 7 aces that are kind of insane. And
does Mastemon counter Magna X?
No, obviously not. But if your opponent swings into you and you have one of the level, if
this is a common situation, Chris, I don't know why you're saying that.
If your opponent makes the mistake of attacking you when you have either an Angelomon on the field or a Lady Devimon, if you have either, you destroy. Like, it is such a blowout if you play into it and they have the ace that you have to clear it. It's like playing against Devas. Yeah, you play Genai and like they have to like stun your Tamer or delete it.
Not swing?
Yeah.
No swing ever.
It is really scary because if they go into it, it is a very big blowout. But I think it'll be playable because of that.
Yeah. I mean, it's Mastemon. They have a lot of really good support already. I mean,
you're playing the Omni deck, so I mean,
yeah, the deck will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I probably personally won't play it. Yeah, I probably personally won't play it, but
Ben's definitely playing it, so we'll get some stuff on the channel for it.
Yeah, if Ben was here, he'd be able to probably tell you more about it.
He was testing BT16 Mastamon on the DCGO sim either today or yesterday, and he was like, "Yeah, it's unplayable until EX7 or EX6."
Oh my god, he got bullied so hard these past couple days that he went to that.
Well, he was looking to the future, and I think he first wanted to test EX6, but he was like, "Oh, that's gonna be like 4 weeks from now. I'll just see if I can play it in BT16." And the answer is no, you cannot.
The man needs to recover.
He does.
Let him recover after what happened to him.
Man, it was so funny. Now that we're talking about this, he was like, "Man, these ace cards." Because he told you, Sean, like, "Should we have ace cards?" Brother, Ben, look at me. You're looking at me through the camera. You're playing Mega Gargamon. All right, you've been doing that to us for weeks.
So that's when he started. That's when he started talking about because of how careful of a player Ben is. Like he's more careful than me. His issue is if his opponent has an ace card, he basically can never attack. So like,
poor guy.
Like if his opponent has like access to an ace card, like doesn't even know if they have it in their hand, but like they potentially might have it.
My Edamon makes him attack. He had to.
Yeah. It's like he was talking about like, well, I can just never swing, but that's when I'm talking about like you need to learn when to take like calculated risks, and you just have to play around it. Like that's what I do when I'm playing against him when he's playing bunnies. Is anytime I have to swing when he has a level 4 or higher on the field, I have to account for Mega Gargo possibly coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like God. I specifically went out of my way to make sure my level 4 survived by using the high-speed plugin.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had so much memory, I was just like, all right, hybrid level 4, high-speed plugin, swing with it. Just to play the mind game, like the Zudo might be in hand. You never know.
That's something Ben did with bunnies. Is he would hard play the level 5 rapid and give people like 7 memory, and he
Yep.
wouldn't have Mega Gargo in hand. But like your
But
opponent
they
is,
know, yeah.
they're like clearly he has it in his hand because why would he give me 7 memory here? Second question: do you think erratas should be implemented into the game for certain cards to come back or be more balanced? Can't remember if you discussed this before. It would be nice to hear your thoughts. Great podcast, guys. Keep it up. The longer, the better. That's what she said. Thank you.
I think Sean talked about this before, but he doesn't like the idea of erratas.
Yeah, Brandon has
Right.
brought this up or suggested it, and I've shot it down multiple times because I hate the concept of changing
Once
a
you
card.
Once you open Pandora's box, you can't close it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I could see them doing it, but here's the problem with Bandai, a company like Bandai doing it. Even
They're
if
just
they
printing the
did,
card.
no, even if they did, they'd have to give you the card, like they'd have to reprint the card to get and give them
That's what
out,
I'm saying.
right?
They'd have to give you a new card.
Yeah. So, and guess what? Bandai's really bad at doing that. Like,
Yeah. Here you
their
guys go. It's a
distribution.
promo. How
Yeah,
are we
their
gonna get it?
Yeah,
You know?
their distribution's already like super bad. So it's like, when would you ever get those cards?
Yeah, I'm sure
It could be
Europe's
months.
really enjoying playing BT16.
Yeah, it could be one of the YouTubers I like watching. They play in England. They have to proxy all their stuff. They don't even have the set yet.
Yep.
Like, so I mean, even if they errated cards and they're like, okay, we got to print out new cards and send them out. How long is it going to take to get those?
You could just do what they did for like what set was it? Dragonic Roar, where it's like this card should be read as this text going forward.
Talk.
But like, I
Yeah,
swear
but
The
imagine-
errata pack they released after that set was basically a second
The whole
wave
set.
of Draconic Roar.
it's so stupid because like a new player isn't going to pick up the card and know that it's been errated.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's-
Like if I pick up an old copy of Yu-Gi-Oh! Necro Valley, how am I sure this is the correct card? You're not.
So
That card's received like 8
yeah,
rattles.
there's no telling how many are. I don't like changing the card effect for a couple reasons. One, I think if you just wait until it's no longer broken, like if the game has caught up to the point where like you could just release it back into the wild, if you've already errated the card and debuffed it, it's stupid. Just wait until it's, if it's possible, just wait until it's potentially
Power creep catches up.
power creep caught up to it. If not,
Unless
leave it
they're
on the
a
ban
new
list,
spawn.
dude. Who cares? You shouldn't have printed that card.
Unless your
Also,
new spawn never come off.
yeah, the biggest issue is what Brandon was talking about and Chris is talking about. Like, you're going to have people playing the OG, like, max rarity versions of the card where the card effect is completely wrong on the card.
Yeah, because you know that reprint's going to be a common.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like your textured alt art is going to be useless.
Yep. And I'm just not a fan of them just changing card effects. I just think that's silly. Just print a new card. Just replace it with something else.
Like
Yeah.
the only situation I could see it being useful, right, is to take a card like Anubis, take a card like Baumon, and just slap once per turn on it. Or just take away its main ability. Just make it win Digivolving, just like to slightly change it. But I don't think errating broken cards is the correct way to go.
I agree.
Good question.
Just don't print them.
Yeah, just quit printing broken stuff, dude. Like, have someone that reads cards and knows how the game works and be like, hey, maybe don't print this card.
Hey, boss, you sure you want to ship this out? The players aren't gonna be happy about this. Do it. Okay.
What does this say? It says once per turn, play a dude for free? Okay, that seems fair.
Okay.
J. Linus Van Pelt. Hey guys, thanks for featuring my question. Here's another one. What made you quit Yu-Gi-Oh? I think that you guys and I quit around the same time, so we might share the same reason and format.
Okay, so-
I might have stayed around the longest.
I know I dipped my
think-
toes in and out.
Yeah, it was. Oh man, because I played a little bit during like when Sky Strikers were at its like peak. And then I also played a little bit after they had received a couple bans and limits. It became too much. Like, it's already like a very difficult game to learn just like if you walked up to a player and tried to explain to them the chain link,
Dude,
they would lose their mind.
chains.
Like, chain and how chains work are so unnecessarily
Yeah.
complicated.
I quit right before they did the extra link where you could just block out your opponent from even being able to special summon cards
Bruh.
or
Play the game.
it was play the game in general. So like thank God I got out before that. It just became too much.
They came back later after that and made a new master rule where
Yeah.
you didn't have to have a link card to special summon from your extra deck to a point where
Yeah.
it's pointing. Once they changed that, I think it was a little more healthier, but it was still super, super bad.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite go-to decks back was Cleese. Like I just really liked Cleese. Like they were just like what were those cards? They were just like really weird like battleships or something. I don't know, but yeah, it just became too much. Like trying to keep up with the game. I didn't like the way Konami was handling some of the cards. Like I got really mad when they Brandon talked about this I think last week with the Red Eyes card. I didn't like how they handled that, and just because they were like, it's a money card, make it harder to get. Like the game's super expensive to begin with. Like Digimon's really not that expensive compared to a lot of card games. Like I've seen some people in the Facebook group. One guy was talking about how hard it is to get BT16, which valid it is, and he didn't want to pay as much or that much for a single box
For
or like a single
sealed,
card.
yes, but you can just buy singles.
Right, and then a lot of the comments were like, "Well, don't come to any other card games."
Clearly never came to another card game.
Yeah, it's way more expensive. Like One Piece players, I saw him say they're like paying almost double for boxes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like, the Digimon is one of like the more accessible, easier card games to get into because of its price point.
It was also super nice because we caught it as the game started.
Yeah.
Like Sean,
What?
he wasn't here at the
Digimon?
very get-go. Yeah, Digimon. Sean wasn't here with us at the very get-go, but me and Chris, we've been playing this game since the Japanese starter decks. Like, we bought Japanese starter decks just to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, not only was being able to start at the very beginning very appealing, but it's not nearly as complicated as Yu-Gi-Oh! So.
No, I mean we're. I'm not gonna say we're getting there, but we are starting to get like way more interactions.
We are entering a realm of complication where, like, I get to the point where sometimes there's complicated interactions, and I have to explain to my opponent how it works, why it works that way.
Oh my God! When what card was it? The Megalo. When it hit my. Oh, that swung that entire match. When I didn't get my ruin mode. When I didn't get my ruin mode effect.
Yep.
Oh.
I knew the Megalo was in my security, and there was 2 security left, so it was like it's a 50-50 shot. I needed to be the top card, and it was the top card.
I lost the match because of that.
Yep, you did.
I was playing so smart. I can't wait for the gameplay to come out because I did stuff that I was like, hey, let's play smart. Digivolve into the ruin mode so he can't play for a turn. It'll slow him down for another turn, and then I'll be able to attack with the ruin mode next turn. Stop him for another turn, and I should just win from here. I'm like, I'm rolling from here. And I was like, our Valks will trade memory because my ruin mode will be deleted. So you'd gain the memory from my Valk, and then your Valk would get destroyed. I'd gain it right back. So it's like an even trade. Slow you down for a turn, and I'm just going from here. Boom, Megalo Spark. And I'm like, oh, I'm still good. And you're like, this is how this is going to happen. I was like, oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then I lost. I lost from there. After that happened, I lost.
When your opponent starts monologuing about how this is going to go, and
No.
Well, I knew I was going to have to explain to him, like, the order of how it was going to go.
No, I like to imagine you main protag monologued on him.
It was because if Sean even listens to the audio, he was also listening. I said, let me play smart here because my Monty, I knew he was playing.
You were literally actively patting yourself on the back for playing.
Yes, I was so happy.
Smartly. Yeah,
I was like, because normally I would just go, okay, just swing with the Monzi, get his last 2, get his checks in, and then boom, boom, boom. If the Monzi survives, we're good. But I thought, okay, he plays Megalo Spark, which, because I knew he played it, and Megalo Spark is 8,000 DP, which is Monzimon X's DP. So I was like, you know what? Let's play smart. Digivolve, Ruin Mode, boom, boom, boom. We're good. I'm like, we're good here. What's he gonna do from here? And then I was boned either way. I was boned either way. So
Yeah. So talking about when I left Yu-Gi-Oh, I can't remember the exact format, but because I was more of a passing like collector at that point. I remember the last product I bought. The last product I bought.
It was right before. It was right before Ig Noble Knights, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was a huge Noble Knight player. It was my favorite deck of like all time that I played competitively for a while. Reinforcement of the Army at 3, Kaiser Coliseum at 3. It was broken.
That was the brief time they had Rhoda at 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Until your opponent just super polyed you or monarched you, and you were just like, you got it.
Oh, I loved Monarchs.
Yeah. So because yeah, they got that new quick play spell. Anyway, the last product I bought was the Legendary Collection Kaiba, I think is what they're called. Where it was like a themed set based on like one of the characters, one of the pro tags, and it was Kaiba. I remember I pulled Ash Blossom out of that, but I mainly bought it just so I could get all the like different arts of like Blue Eyes and stuff like that. Because I am a huge simp for like the original, like season monsters. Like I loved playing the Dark Magician deck. I loved playing the Red Eyes deck, and I loved playing the Blue Eyes deck.
Hey, boomer.
So when they did the whole Dark Dragoon thing, I was like, cool.
Dope.
So, way to
So what about you? What about you, Sean?
So I started playing in like I think late 2011. My friends got me into it. I took a liking to Chaos decks. So in 2012 I played Chaos Dragons, and I basically played Chaos Dragons until I quit. I just kept updating my deck with the new cards whenever we got them. And the beginning of the end for me was OG Dragon Ruler Spellbook format. Because those cards were so beyond crazy broken that you like literally couldn't play anything but those two decks. Or you just lost to those two decks when you played against them.
And they were $1,000 decks because of their extra decks.
Their extra decks were
because of the extra deck. Yeah, the Dragon Rulers.
You had to have multiple multiple copies of Draco Sack.
Yeah, that's basically it. Like the main deck was kind of a joke as far as like, I mean the Dragon Rulers were like 5 to 10 a piece, but they were only rares.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spell card.
They also got the 10 reprint that made them secret rare like specials.
Yeah, that was
Super
that was
Rejuvenation. That was an expensive card, right? Didn't it eventually become?
Just because it was older. Super Rejuve. Also, Vanities was kind of Vanities was like a $20 common or something because it was a short print.
Remember when they printed that spell card that just said you could special summon as many monsters as you wanted, but you just couldn't attack that turn?
Yeah.
Soul Charge.
Soul Charge, yeah. That was fair.
I played up until that point, so I quit.
No, Soul Charge didn't Soul Charge make you pay life points?
You lost 1,000 life points per body, but like
it didn't matter.
Yeah, it is irrelevant.
Here, let me just completely set up my board and put an Omni Negate on the board. Multiple of them.
The only life point that actually matters is your last life point.
Yeah.
Up to that point does not matter.
Okay, Moses, jeez.
I'm serious. Think about it. That's how the game works.
Yeah, no. For me, one of the defining reasons I quit is I didn't like the fact there was no resource system. Like, we've talked about this before, but the Digimon memory counter is ingenious. And the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh's resources are just what's in your hand, and you just have infinite moves until you just run out of cards to use, kind of crazy.
I have a different opinion on that. So that's actually why I ended up quitting or losing interest. So the resource system in Yu-Gi-Oh used to be the cards in your hand. Like the number of cards in your hand was your resources. And if you knew how to maximize your cards in hand versus your opponent cards in hand, you just out-resource them and just win most of the time. So I really liked that part of it.
Now?
Yeah. But once decks like Dragon Rulers and Spellbook of Judgment got printed, those are just infinite resources, like every turn. So that was kind of the beginning of the end. Also, when they printed pendulums, I was like, dude, these are clearly not good card design. Like, this is stupid. They just all go to your extra deck and you can just do it again the next turn. What?
Yep.
What? I ended up quitting.
Like, they cooked. I think they cooked with synchros, and I think they cooked with exceeds.
I agree.
But pendulums.
Pendulums was a massive mistake, and they clearly know that because they introduced the new master rule to try to fix pendulums, but then it just made people to where they U-linked you and stuff. But because pendulums is still one of the ones that you have to evo or you have to play in like your extra deck space.
You play them in the spell and trap card zone now, don't you?
Well, that's how you like set up your scales or whatever. But
yeah.
Anyways, I ended up quitting in like early 2014, maybe sometime over the summer. I just lost interest. Started playing poker a little more often, and from that point on, I didn't get interested in a card game until Digimon came along. Yeah, some of my friends from our locals still actively play Yu-Gi-Oh, or at least keep up with it. And they would always be like, Sean, read this card. Don't you want to play this? And I would read it and be like, why would I ever want to play this stupid broken game? This is not the game that I played.
Why would I want to exist in a game that went from I summon my 19k beat stick vanilla monster, set a face down, and end my turn, to, here's my shooting Quasar Dragon. It's turn 2, by the way. I hope you just don't mind me killing you.
I like that. That's your power creep. Shooting Quasar sucks.
No, I mean, it was a cool card.
I mean,
it took way too much setup.
If you could spit it out back in its heyday, it would be a good card.
Lavavels, I think, is what they were called. The deck that you use like rekindling in to get it out.
You could play it in any synchro spam deck. But yeah,
Brandon remembers it from Lavavels because that's what I was playing it in.
That's what he played. Yeah.
Well, now they have things called kaijus that just tribute one of your monsters to summon it. So you're just like, hey, nice boss monster, put it in your graveyard, dummy.
Then I activate Monster Reborn. It's my boss monster now.
That is not how Shooting Quasar Dragon works, Brandon.
All right, what's the next question?
Read your cards, Brandon. You can't do that. Not a legal play. He's looking it up now.
You're not a legal play. No, I'm just pulling up
sometimes.
The next question. I think the next one's Crimson.
Yes. Crimson 35124. Would Anubis returning to 4 still be broken today, though? Dog.
Yes.
It was like 5 months ago when we got the card. The answer is absolutely. He said it would for sure be powerful, but I feel like Deva's, Levi, and now BT16 Imperial would all beat that deck and check it from being too dominant.
Deva's dead. It's already out of the format. It's dead.
I strongly disagree with you, Crimson. That deck is super duper broken and unfair. I don't think that card needs to ever. I don't like it at 1. I think it should be banned.
Sean, what does it do against Magnex?
It swarms the board and kills you anyway because you only have one blocker.
What's Anubis doing to it?
I mean,
specifically,
it's not actively doing anything to Magna X, but it's swarming the board with like 5 bodies, and they all have rush, and you just kill them.
Some of them you just leave on the board with blocker or retail.
I mean, yeah, for some reason you can't lethal them. Yeah, you can do that. It'll be a while before I think it'd be okay for Anubis to come back, if ever. I kind of hope we don't ever get to that point because I think the game might be a little silly.
Well, I just love how it's also like if you don't play into their card, like, oh, I just don't have a level 5 on the field. All right, cool. I don't care. I get a draw.
Yeah.
It's like they don't care what you're doing. They're just like, I'm doing this, irregardless.
So our answer is no, can't come back.
Yeah, for real.
Big no.
Yeah, it looks like he did some testing versus other meta decks. Air quotes meta. Leviamon and stuff is included in here. And it went plus with a lot of the like actual recent decks. I don't see how. If they choice restricted Anubismon with Mervamon or whatever her name is,
Yeah, it's Merva or Minerva. I can never remember.
maybe it could come back. Because like if it only played one body, it'd be whatever. It's the fact that it plays a card that also plays 2 more cards.
For basically free.
Yeah, basically 0 memory. Sometimes they net gain memory off of all of that. It's kind of silly. And they draw like 3 cards. Yeah, I personally don't think... I think that card should go to 0, but whatever.
Like, when I tell you I was playing on DCGO, and I decided not to play Bond, I was playing Garu. And when I tell you I got high rolled by a Levia player just because they saw their Anubis, it was stupid.
Yeah, I mean, even in decks where you're not even playing Merva, it's still really good. Playing Leviamon back for like 7 memory, dog.
Stupid.
Yeah. Desmond Myler's 3114. I'm going the Worm Online Imperial Dramon. Would Togemogumon be a good level 4 to add in?
I will let you guys handle that.
I will let Chris handle that.
Toga what?
Togemogumon. It's one of the armors from the set.
Yeah, I think a little hedgehog looking dude, right?
Something like that.
Brother, I don't know. Brother, I don't know. Listen, you're going the Wormmon route? You already got me, pal.
It's like, I'm out.
You know,
I'm out.
Yeah.
He's like the replacement for Lygdramon. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? He's blue-green. I mean,
yeah. So blocker, armor perch. Also, he evos on top of Wormmon for 2. So that's why he's saying the Wormmon line.
I feel like you would just go XVmon Stingmon, just like normal,
but clearly
it also works with the option card better if you do that.
Listen, nothing against. Clearly, he wants to build it because he likes Wormmon, right? Like, that's the reason why you would go with Wormmon.
Yeah, he's
right?
definitely standing Wormmon. Which Wormmon is a cool Digimon. He was one of my favorite characters from season 2.
So if you're going that route, I don't see why not, because he is a blue-green card, and if you're missing one of the other pieces, like your Stingmon or whatever, yeah, you can still DNA because it counts as both colors. So I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, I personally would just find XVmons and Stingmons to fit in, but I mean, you know.
Yeah, those would be the better 2 options. I mean, heck, if you want to play it, play it.
Impact Entertainment, comment question, sup nerds. What are other Digimon content creators you guys watch? I would love to see a collaboration with the Digital Gate Studio guys, with you guys in a pod. Bonus question, what's stopping you guys from calling the cops on Brandon for beating his wife so much? Bandai might call them if they see him in an in-person event, FYI. Just kidding, LOL. Much love, Brandon. Much love.
What you don't understand is Brandon has strategically rigged both of our rooms with high explosives. So if we say or do anything, we will die. Yeah, so that's why.
When it comes to other content creators, I'm not gonna lie, I think Sean spoils us. Because I kind of just can't watch anybody else.
I have recently.
You're far too kind, Brandon.
I have recently.
I just can't stand.
Really. I think you should watch Hyper Coliseum. I want to give them a shout out. I really like their gameplay. I like the 2 guys who comment over their videos. I wish I could remember their names. I think one of them is Ben. I could be really wrong, and I feel bad.
They're British, you say?
No, I don't think they're the British ones. I'm getting to him. I really like their gameplay stuff.
Can't believe you're cheating on me, Chris.
I still watch your stuff. Relax, Sean. Calm down. I just like the banter between the 2 guys who commentate most of them.
Banter? Are you sure it's not the British banter? Ones?
Yeah, I no, because they actually have the cards. So the other guy who I've been enjoying watching, who is the actual guy from the UK, I think his channel name is like KNT Elixir or something like that. I probably absolutely killing that. They have to, in all of their videos, all of his videos, he puts it in the title. It says proxy gameplay because, again, they don't have any of the cards. I've been enjoying his stuff too. The the part of his channel is in the middle when he does his little ad read. He's always his own ad. It cracks me up every time.
Advertising.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, to sponsor me every time, like every time. So yeah, I've also watched Digital Gates
by me.
Yep, by me. Digital Gate Studios. I've seen some of their stuff.
We have very similar ideas for Gabu Bond because I got a comment saying our lists were very similar on the very first deck profile. I watched it. It's like a 2-card difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I do watch other content creators.
It'd be nice
obviously
to
can't watch
somebody who likes Gabumon, unlike you.
No. No, that's their number one. Okay, so whenever as Sean's social media manager, when I'm sending out these emails to try and do collabs, I send them the very first question. It's just an email that says Agumon or Gabumon. If they pick Gabumon, they get blacklisted.
They're off the list.
They get blocked.
Yeah, they get blocked. No. So, obviously, I agree with Brandon. Sean's definitely got like the best videos. Just because of the editing style and how informative it is. But no, I still enjoy watching other YouTube creators. It's nice seeing some of the different creators. DigiPanda, obviously. Huang Zero when he uploads. Yeah, so I mean, there's all kinds of. We've talked about like trying to do stuff with other content creators before. Just
It's a lot of logistics.
Yeah, there's stuff they gotta do, and they gotta talk to Sean. I mean, it's his channel, really. They're the one. He's the one they gotta reach out to.
Yeah, we're just guests.
Yeah.
So I've told Chris and Brandon this before, but I don't really watch Digimon content on YouTube.
I wouldn't either if I was you.
Yeah,
it's kind of your job. Like, do you really want to watch other people do your job?
Because like YouTube is like me relaxing. So like me watching Digimon content would not feel very relaxing.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you're taking like 50-minute videos and then having to edit them down and watching it multiple times. I wouldn't want to, after doing that, go and then watch more content.
Time to go lay down and watch some more Digimon content.
Yeah, so like I totally get why you don't. That makes just makes too much sense.
Like I watch weird stuff, dude. Like I watch all
on 2x speed. Whatever he's about to say is always on 2x speed because he's a psychopath.
Always, dude. I wish YouTube would let you set a setting to where it just defaulted you to 2x speed because it's literally the first thing I do every time I open a video is set it to 2x speed. I watch
Action. Dang it!
You guys froze again. Oh, you're back.
Okay, no, we're still
back.
here.
Okay.
We're back.
Yeah.
Guess who's back?
I watch
2x speed.
Yes, 2x speed. I watch Pokemon challenges. He does like Nuzlocke and stuff.
Oh, I love Pokemon challenges.
And I also watch E3 Yu-Gi-Oh. He does Edison format Yu-Gi-Oh content. And that's a format that I understand it's never going to change because it's like 2010 before I even started playing. So like I know every card.
Yeah.
And I watch. Those are like the two main YouTube creators that I consume.
I'm so glad you brought up. I'm so glad you brought up Pokemon challenges. I love that guy. He cracks me up.
Yeah. As far as YouTube goes, I usually stick to my little bubble. I like listening to like movie breakdowns. I like listening to wrestling stuff.
A lot of wrestling stuff for Brandon.
Yeah, AW for life. Mr. Fruit, he's another content creator I listen to a lot.
The Dream Team.
Yeah. The Dream Team, yeah.
Yeah, maybe one day we will collab with other guys, but I don't know. I'm not very proactive in the socialization with other content creators. Like
Yeah,
I've
honestly, I feel like your channel would be doing a lot better if you just posted about it more on the Facebook page.
yeah,
Mm,
Just
maybe.
advertise.
I see.
yeah, but Sean wants to. He wants the videos to get out like through YouTube's like natural algorithm, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I thought it impacted it that much, I might consider posting on Facebook and stuff, but I see people post their videos on Facebook all the time and
Mm-hmm.
they have less views than I do. I mean, or most
Back
of
when
them.
I was, yeah, back when me and Brandon were uploading videos on our channel, that's what I did. I would post on the Facebook page and said, "Hey, come watch our videos." And I mean, it definitely got views, but it's not. I don't think the way Sean's doing is like it makes more sense because then people, if they, it's like suggesting his videos instead of people just funneling towards it.
I think if you are starting out, that is a good way to do
Yeah.
it because you're getting
Start to get the momentum.
yeah, you're getting some traffic to where YouTube kind of understands like who would like your video. But once you get to a point where it's suggesting it to people and stuff, like you kind of the what's the word? Diminishing returns. It's going to be you're going to get diminishing returns from like basically advertising it on like Facebook and groups because most people aren't going to click on those videos.
Right.
I know this because I will see them and be like, "Oh, I wonder
Real
like
fast.
yeah, I'll see them. I literally click on them. I follow the link just cuz I'm curious like how many views it's gotten." Cuz like if it works for somebody, maybe I'll try it, but it doesn't seem to be very effective like beyond a certain point.
So, Sean, I wanted to pull up this fun fact for you because our good best friend buddy Dale pointed out to us that we are the Omni4Game podcast are the #1 search result if you look up Digimon podcast.
Really?
Mhm.
Who
We
the
are
hell is
#1.
Dale?
He is my best friend from high school who is currently in Virginia. He
Okay.
came down and visited us, and
You said that like
he
I knew
played
who it was. So I was
he played Digimon for a couple formats, a couple sets, but then I think his locals was more of a Magic locals, so like he didn't really have too many people to play with unless we
Oh.
were, we would play over Discord with him. He also said that my blanket, the one I wear while we do this, is basically the fourth member because it's always here.
You do
I did
always
not
have a
wear.
blanket on you.
I'm freezing right now because I was like, I'm gonna prove to
yeah,
him
he's
because
completely under a ceiling fan.
I'm right underneath the ceiling fan and I'm freezing right now. And I'm like, I was trying to go without wearing one, but I had to wear the one on my chair.
Dog. My wife lays in the living room on the couch directly under the ceiling fan that she never turns off. And she has she has a blanket over her.
Yep.
And I'm like, if you just turn the fan off, you wouldn't have to have a blanket, right?
Because listen, okay, I understand that argument, but the moment I turn it off, I'm like, I'm so hot now. Like I'm sweating.
Okay. Well, your body
Alright.
temp regulation sucks. That is really cool though. I guess that means we potentially are the #1 Digimon podcast. That'd be very, very cool. If they gave out awards for that.
I always thought we were. I know there's like a couple ones, like Two Tamers Talk. Their episodes are usually like 40 minutes to an hour.
Mhm.
Ours is definitely like the Huang has some, but theirs are more like not podcasts, but like just discussion videos where they like talk about like tier lists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nerds is the people from Mobile, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, DigiNerds.
Not all of them,
Yeah,
but
theirs
some
is popping
number.
up for me as
No.
well now.
Yeah.
Yeah, not all of them. So yeah.
Episode 13.
Well, cool. #1 Digimon podcast. Mark it.
And if we're not, we'll fight for.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll send
dude.
Brandon after them.
We'll play Digimon for pinks. D Lacey 1895 says duo partner Digimon cards would be pretty cool. That does sound kind of cool. Question: asking for my people at my locals location cards, field spells. Do you think they should be added to the game? Personally, I do think it's necessary for the game. If they added it, would be to rebalance the game like aces.
I
would have to see what they do with it.
Yeah,
it would depend because if it's something weird like all your Digimon gain like 1,000 DP or like something like weird or weak like that, they just would never see play. Because is it gonna be field spells like in Yu-Gi-Oh where
would you be willing to? Would you be willing to take that statement back if they were free to play? They cost 0 to play them out.
I mean, yeah, probably, but like that would be.
I think that's the only way you'd have to make them playable, is they'd have to be free.
Yeah, okay, but is it gonna be old school Yu-Gi-Oh where it only affects your side, or is it gonna be new school Yu-Gi-Oh where it affects both sides?
Start off as just.
It's gotta be old school, right?
Start off as just your side, and then as power creep goes higher, it affects both sides.
Yeah, it starts to like negatively impact your opponent.
Yeah, start at the weakest, and then gradually get stronger. Like imagine a yellow one where it's just like. Your opponent's security Digimon are -2.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I feel like they would just be bricks.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Especially if you draw more than one.
Well, I mean,
do they stack?
Imagine, right?
I think it'd be like
play it.
You can only have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you play it, you probably like anytime a field location is played, draw one. It's just like a rule, like when Digivolving, draw one, kind of thing.
I'd rather
itself in your hand.
I'd rather see like Digivices and crests and stuff like that before we saw field spells.
I just
don't know what field spells could do.
The issue is in order for them to be good enough to be playable, because like Chris said, I think they would be bricks if they weren't good. Like they'd have to be very, very strong. And I don't know how you would balance that at that point. Like, I don't think they should be free if they're that good. You guys froze again. Dope.
Oh, no. Did we drop?
Oh,
back?
No, you're back. Brandon's still frozen.
Yeah, no, we're back. We're back.
Okay. Did you guys hear what I said?
No, I'm here. Yeah. I heard some of it.
Yeah.
It was chopping in and out.
Okay.
No, because if they're free to play, they're going to be really bad. If they're like generic. Okay, but then they're just bad and won't get play.
Yeah.
And then if they're, and then
chop a style. You guys froze again.
Want to play them and then they pay the memory for them.
Have you been talking this whole time?
Yeah.
You never realized?
You were frozen right up until the last 3 words. I heard you say something. Wow. Memory, play them.
Okay. So basically, what I said it's just like Sean said. Either they would be super bad and see no play, or they'd have to be like crazy color specific. Like red would be like all your Digimon gain security attack +1.
So like Taikami.
Yellow. Yeah, yellows would be like all your Digimon gain barrier, or purple would be like all your all your Digimon gain retaliation. Like they'd have to be crazy good like that. But then at that point, we're getting to the point where it's just like, well, these are just too damn good now.
Yeah.
See, my problem is field spells for this game already exist. They're called tamers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is the tamers kind of take the place of those. I would be open.
That's how you get your generic field effects. Like Tai, the very first starter deck Tai. He's just a blanket plus 1,000 for everybody.
Yeah.
That's basically a field spell effect.
I would be open to them introducing new card types. I would just have to see what they did with it in order to be like, okay, well, this is probably a good idea.
I'd rather just see Digivices and
crests,
stuff like that first.
I think that would be very
first.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
The armor eggs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good question.
Mm-hmm. I would be
on
open
to the next.
Avocado Loco says, I would agree this is the best Digimon YouTube channel. It's consistent, in depth. Y'all are not scared to be wrong or admit mistakes, if any. And you got the chemistry of being close friends. Also, the constant Digi matches, and you have deck profiles. No other channel has all this. GG. I just recommend more food topics. Speaking of Mexican or Italian, which would you rather have for the rest of your life and not have every other? Thank you for the kind words, Avocado Loco, before we
This is
answer
a competition for me. It's Italian food.
I hate to say it. I have to agree with Brandon. First of all, I'm never wrong. I will never admit to being wrong. You'll never catch me being wrong.
Where was that DeathX at again? Sorry, where was it?
That part got edited out, Brandon. You forget that. So
I could actually do that.
I think Sean's gonna take time to edit that out.
Dude, the YouTube editing tool is a nightmare. I remember trying to do it once, and I was like, nope, never mind.
So, unfortunately, as much as I love Mexican food so much, if I had to eat it the rest of my life, my body would betray me. I would have to go with Italian food, and I know pizza isn't like. Is pizza even considered an Italian thing?
Yeah,
I don't think so. I feel like you can't include pizza under the blanket of Italian.
I don't think it started in Italy. It's like it wasn't an American thing.
It's not even that. I don't know the answer to that.
Italian cuisine.
I don't know the answer to that. But when you say, "Hey, we're getting Italian tonight," I'm not
thinking pizza.
Yeah, like I don't think it falls under that umbrella.
But if I'm
thinking chicken parm.
Hey, when you go to the Olive Garden, can you order a pizza?
Yeah.
You used to be able to. You used to be able to order one specific type of pizza, but I think they took it off their menu because that's what I always ordered when I went there.
Since you're on your phone right now, Google whether or not pizza is considered Italian food.
No.
Anyways.
You can't do that. Obviously, it's like Italian origin, or at least it seems to be. But it's not. When you say to someone,
Next, you're going to tell me that French fries didn't come from the French.
Well, I don't think they did.
I
don't know why they're called French fries.
They definitely didn't.
I'm with Brandon. I'd have to go with Italian because Mexican would just run.
First results are in. Let's see what we got.
Your bowels are very weak, Chris. You talk about how like fast food places tear you up.
Okay. If you ask anyone what kind of cuisine pizza is, you wouldn't be surprised if they answered Italian. That isn't wrong. Pizza gets its roots from Italy.
Brandon, I was never arguing that. I'm saying if someone says we're getting Italian food, your first immediate thought is not pizza. Because they would just say we're getting pizza. Pizza's its own thing.
I think it's just as Americans, we've bastardized it to the point to where it's like that.
Yeah, we turned it into that. E was telling me upon her further research, it was considered a peasant food in Italy because it was cheap. You got bread, sauce, and cheese, and you gave it to the poor people.
That's the best stuff.
So they had Little Caesars over there too. Then?
That's the best way I've ever heard a Little Caesars described in my life.
Yes.
Yeah. So no, Mexican food would just tear me up. Sean, it's not that my body's weak. My body is weak, but every meal of every day is just ground beef, cheese, tortillas, chimichangas, burritos, chicken, all day. Yeah, trust me, me too. And I'm fasting today. And I hate it.
Talking dirty to me.
Yeah,
okay, go ahead, Sean. What would you pick?
So
it sounds like Sean's picking Mexican food.
So I know the answer to this for two reasons. One, I was a server at a Mexican restaurant for 2 years, and I ate Mexican food every day and never even got remotely sick of it. And also, I'm not super fond of Italian food in general, besides pizza, which I don't think it falls under that umbrella.
Are you forsaking God's greatest creation that is garlic bread?
The noodle? Oh.
I'm not a huge fan of bread or pasta. So,
Chris, go get the lawnmower. Get the grass.
Yep.
So
I have to take Sean out.
It happened
Only
to be...
the three of us know that. Only the three of us understand that.
It's okay. It's an inside joke. It's cool.
So some of these are for us.
Yeah. It happened to be like one food that I know for a fact I could live on for the rest of my life, and one of my least favorite cuisines that was asked. So it was an easy answer for me. But I would pick Mexican over almost anything besides maybe like sushi.
Hold on, were you one of the illegals that got deported when that Laha got raided?
So it wasn't.
And you were just a white server, and they were like, yeah, take this guy too, just in case.
So you're joking, but that's actually how I got my job.
Ew! Okay.
So it wasn't Laha, but they had to do a mass hiring because most of their workers had to leave or were taken or whatever.
Forcibly.
So it was me and a bunch of other white kids that got hired as like servers and stuff,
Oh
and that's
my
how
God.
I got that job.
I really like that guy, but they got him. What do you mean
Dude,
they got
if I had a
him?
nickel for every time someone was like Butcher White, when I would like come up to the table and I'd be like, haha, you got
my
me,
God.
dude.
Oh.
Oh, no, I never knew.
Hilarious.
Thanks for telling me.
Can't get nothing
Yeah,
past
no,
you. What would you like to eat?
I already live off of pasta, and now you're telling me like every day I get to eat like chicken Alfredo. All right, garlic toast.
Give me a
All
good,
right.
give me a good chicken parm any day of the week.
I like some Italian food, but I know for a fact I could literally live off Mexican food.
Yeah.
Like this.
Okay.
Every now and then, I'll take a piece of garlic toast, a spicy chicken patty on it, cover it in marinara, throw some mozzarella on it, and then bake it. It's like the perfect like hand-sized like
good.
chicken parm. It's perfect.
Little sandwich. Nice. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's
What's the
Italian
next
for me.
one?
All right. Warrior NK says, thank you for answering my questions. What time would it be best to catch a wild Digishon member on DCGO? So there's not like, I don't have like a set time I go on there. Like for the most recent video of Dava's, I think I was recording at like 9 o'clock at night, but normally it's during the daytime. It kind of just depends on my schedule. But I wish I could give you a time, but there's not really. I don't have it like written anywhere when I'm going to get on there.
Unfortunately, I will not be on there very often until we get the BT16 stuff, because I would rather just play against that, because I don't have a reason to play on it right now while it is the way it is, because Sean can do it for content, just plays like other decks, and then he can like upload that. Brandon, none of his decks are really updated outside like the Louis Bond stuff, or
Which even then, that's the only deck I was playing the other day.
yeah, so like I don't know, it just, to me, I'd rather just play the new stuff once it comes out, so
Same.
I usually won't hop on there. So hopefully once that stuff gets on there, I'll have a reason to like get on there more.
I have an atrociously bad habit of leaving my Steam Deck right next to my bed. So I will just pick up my Steam Deck and then just play it right before I go to bed. So sometimes I just drop a couple games right when I'm getting ready to go to sleep.
Take a few
Like,
L's before you catch some Z's.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Because my username, it's the same as like I think what shows up in the comment section. It should just be RedHood969. Pretty sure that's what my username in the comment section will be.
Yeah.
What's your username, Chris, so people know when they're giving you heavy L's?
Joxer, JOXER333.
I like that you say it's Joxer.
It is Joxer. How do you say it?
That's what it is, but I've heard you explain that it's not supposed to be Joxer.
No, it is. It's supposed to be Joxer.
No, that one is correct.
I have heard you say Joker.
No.
No, I've never gone by Joker. Look, this is how I came up with this name.
The origin story of Joxer is hilarious.
Okay, I'm curious. I've never heard this.
So one day, I was using Yield restroom, and I had a pair of Joe Boxer underwear on.
Okay.
And at the very end, they came together, and it was just Joxer, and I said, I love that, and that's where I got it from. Boom, that's
you got it from a pair of underwear.
Underwear, Joe Boxer underwear.
Wow.
Underwear. Think about that, Sean. This is the person we associate with? He got his name from underwear.
Well, get your head out of Batman's ass, Brandon, okay?
First of all, it's not Batman, it's Todd.
That's right, worse. Worse than Batman. Not even Batman. It's his sidekick.
Yeah,
Batman
Brandon, how has outside of Red Hood's original run, how cool is he? He's not even cool anymore. Shut up.
He got killed by the Joker.
Yeah,
He got
loser.
tortured and killed. What an L.
Highlight of his life.
Yeah.
The highlight of Red Hood is the one movie.
It is a very good animated movie.
Go ahead, Sean.
Really wish they'd do better with his character.
I'm gonna read this comment.
Go ahead, read it.
Ike D.
Yes, that's
Michael
exactly what I
the
have pulled up right
Fourth.
now.
I'm sorry if I'm reading that wrong. Gabumon with a gun would lose to Rayquaza. Now a Gabumon with 4 guns.
Wrong. Oh,
That would beat Rayquaza easily. He only
Okay.
has 2 arms or 2 hands.
guns.
No, he's got the little 2 flappies.
Dog, that's just fur. Those are not
no,
functioning.
Sean.
Man, that's
Sean,
like
Sean,
Those are
hold
not
on.
functional limbs. That's just
Hold
fur.
on. He's got his hands. Boom, boom. He's got his mouth, and then he's got his horn.
Oh, he's
Boom, 4
Zoroing
guns.
it. He's just Zoroing the gun.
Yep. 4 guns.
Edit, more seriously, by my scientific calculations, a realistic amount of handgun ammo
It's a-
would not win a fight with Rayquaza unless you're crazy lucky with shots. Rayquaza probably does not have mythical dragon skin, but skin that is effectively armor. I'd assume Gabumon is above average at handling guns for the sake of this. So a Gabumon would need at least a rifle to stand a chance, and the weapon would be cumbersome for Gabumon to carry. My conclusion is that it's like a 7-3 matchup in Rayquaza's favor. I have not considered Gabumon digivolving before the fight.
What if the gun?
Comment.
Hold on. What if the gun that Gabumon had was a rail gun?
Well, I don't think Gabumon can handle the kick on that one, my guy. That might take
What's the
Gabumon
first
out.
reply?
If Jill Valentine can, Gabumon can.
So this guy gets it. This is the way you need to approach a conversation like this. You need to look at it from all angles and as objective as possible. You guys froze again. Jesus.
Really killing the vibe.
Okay, we're back. It can take it. It couldn't take it anymore.
Could not take it. All right.
It couldn't take it. Dude, he really had us in the first half with the Gabumon with 4 guns.
He lulled you in.
And
And
then
then
he
said,
like,
actually, the more I think about it.
Okay,
Sean
so
was
hear me
right
now.
in Rayquaza solos.
See, like, guys, real quick, look at my reply to his comment. What is my username? Pop up on your screen as.
Digital Dude 969.
See, why does it do that? I changed my YouTube name to
It's-
match my.
It's your at. You have to change your YouTube at.
So dumb.
I mean,
Anyway, but yeah, have you considered armor-piercing rounds?
Gabumon could not handle that kind of weaponry. He can
Okay, next
he can
question.
barely hold his body up.
Next comment. Look, our internet can't handle this, okay? It's struggling with the Gabu Rayquaza talk. Oh
I
my God.
unironically think that's the last one.
I think
Okay.
he might be. Oh no, I want to read this one.
Okay.
Dareday 436. Digimon easily outclass Pokemon in terms of power scaling. Good rule of thumb: the baseline is Metal Greymon who fires a nuke. If you apply that, over 90% of the Pokemon are immediately thrown out of the conversation. Maybe hyperbole, but I doubt it. Then you go into War Greymon, who can take the energy from the atmosphere and create a miniature star. Then into Shine, who just flat out uses nuclear fusion and creates a star from its own energy. That is all That is all the grounded power scaling. Past that, you go into the hacks like what the Royal Knights have. I'd like to see any Pokemon bar the Creation Trio fight Alphamon, who just saves states in battle till it has a perfect victory.
Yep.
I
Or
agree.
Dude, imagine them running into Magnamon. Just base Magnamon.
Yeah,
Whose literal thing is just
Plot armor.
plot armor.
yeah. So I agree. I think Digimon definitely wins, like when you go like full on.
Oh, but
But
so
I'm
you
not
agree
gonna
with
accept
Gabumon?
you saying Gabumon beats Rayquaza.
Sorry, Sean.
With a gun!
I'll
I
play
don't
more
care.
into your power fantasy. All right.
It's not a fantasy.
Agumon with a gun.
It doesn't matter, dude.
Oh.
It
Agumon with a couple
literally
guns.
I think he has a worse matchup.
Agumon.
He's
Agumon.
fire.
Agumon with an axe.
No.
Okay, we're getting into Digimon World 4 territory.
No. Agumon has a worse matchup because he doesn't even have ice attacks.
Anyways, okay. Let's end this before our internet before my phone explodes and our internet gives out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agumon and Rayquaza just took his food.
It literally doesn't matter, Brandon.
Okay.
I don't
Brandon,
think the rookie maybe Lucemon if you want to stick to rookies.
Little baby Lucemon.
I don't know how powerful rookie Lucemon is, but he's clearly some kind of powerful based on the card.
He's pretty damn strong.
So maybe Lucemon wins, but as far as like most rookies, no.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Brandon.
Don't tell me what to do.
Do the recap.
Me? What to do? I'm not doing
Do the thing.
Oh my god. This episode.
I'm hungry.
Jeez Louise.
All that talk about food made me hungry.
Always.
Yeah,
I can't eat till tomorrow.
Waffling on during the reveals. It was great.
I can feel it in my belly. The lack of
I had
food.
chicken and mac and cheese. It was pretty nice.
Thank you. Who?
Chicken and mac and cheese.
No, who asked?
Oh, me. I asked myself to tell you guys.
Uh,
To rub it in your face.
Clearly, that's what you're doing. I just said I'm hungry, and you're like, yeah, I just had a great meal.
Yeah, do it every time.
Let me describe it to you. It's like when you're eating buttered noodles.
Damn, Brandon, how long does it take to do a recap?
How long does it take you to realize you're wrong, or you put the DeathX?
Never.
20 minutes.
Come on.
20 minutes of you yelling at me, telling me I didn't know what I did with the DeathX.
Oh.
Well, he wasn't wrong. You didn't know where it was at.
No, I knew. I knew he had it. And I knew it was in a deck core, and I knew it was in our bulk. Because I knew how he treats his deck cores. He just takes them
It was sleeved.
Takes it out of the deck box and just puts it in the bulk. Fully sleeved.
It was still sleeved, so it's okay.
The fact you put a $60 plus card in our bulk disgusts me.
I think it might be more than that.
That's why I said 60 plus.
Yeah.
Do the damn recap, you peasant.
I'm not doing what you tell me.
Don't do the recap.
Damn it, now I gotta do it.
Oh, it's only 60. Well, cheapest verified 68 right now. As soon as they announce LM2, though, they'll plummet.
They'll plummet, yeah. Because people are going to want to get their hands on them. Depends on how they print LM2, honestly.
It does. I think the market is just going to flood with them because people are going to be worried about losing value on them. So I think that's why the price is going to plummet. It might be the best time to pick them up.
All of them.
Yeah, it might be the best time to pick them up is when they announce LM2.
Yeah, makes sense.
Excellent.
All right, Sean, now you can go have your dinner.
I will have my dinner. Now Chris can go just be hungry.
Yeah, thanks. All right, have fun, boys.
All right.
Yep, see you later, man.
Bye.
Bye.